Hello, my love. We have boys, but if you're still watching us slot, you haven't gotten through it yet. We can watch. I love you. Boys, boys, boys. Okay.
I'm about to start this episode with a
Hello.
poll that is going to blow everyone's minds. If you're sitting down, I recommend that. If you're standing up, pop it down.
Popper.
Half of America thinks ICE is making U.S. cities less, and this is a
You watched
CNN
already?
poll.
Good.
Less safe.
Less safe. Split down the middle.
Yeah.
Some people might thought it was 80-20. Some people might lo and behold, half of the people are for it, and half the people are against.
Yeah. That's one of those coin flips, I guess.
That is where it's at right now, probably more than ever. Like, I feel like the center is completely disintegrated.
Right.
We're on a fucking split there, pal.
Yeah. I mean, that is the whole ICE thing is a weird one because literally ICE's complaint is essentially like with Minneapolis. They go, yeah, if you just don't like when you arrest these people, just like don't let them back in the community. We don't have to go in the community and find them.
Okay.
They're like, just if you just want to like let us pick them up from the jail.
Danny's taking his side.
I'm just saying that's
is the split. Yeah, I know. I understand your point. But that I think that because right now they just did an autistic Barbie, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, which you obviously
Can't make
got.
eye contact.
Can't make eye contact.
Can't make eye
An
contact.
autistic
I think
Barbie.
so. Basically,
Can do a tip on a bill in their head.
yeah. Really into World War
Not
II.
really classic Barbie, if you know what I mean. Classic Barbie is just like 100.
It's but I was saying that it's very, very deep into World War II statistics.
Sure.
Could tell you any race. You just go
Yeah.
Mexican. It goes 13%. It knows every statistic immediately.
It's based autistic Barbie.
It just went that way. It could have gone either way. Like Barbie could have been really into trains.
Yeah.
It did end up the other way.
Hilarious because you literally can't tell, of course, if they called it or if they called it that. Did they call it autistic Barbie? Oh, it just looks like a regular Barbie with headphones. Not like wheelchair Barbie or anything, literally. ADHD Barbie. Okay, just looks like a regular one. Was there a Downey kid in the commercial? Is that the only reason we know?
Where it got pretty deep into statistics, and that's just what it's really the algorithm's fault.
Yeah, it's the algorithms. Barbie's been trapped by the algorithm.
So autistic Barbie, essentially, you have to sign for different algorithms. Like you know how you get expansion packs in games.
Yeah.
What happens is you can pay extra if you wanted to have the train algorithm. Barbie could have been into women's sports if you buy the women's sports algorithm.
Yeah.
But you didn't pay the extra, so she got the algorithm she got.
yeah, she's just in just straight autistic stuff.
Yeah, now she has a few things to say about what percentages of what people.
Makes you very uncomfortable when you're talking to autistic Barbie at a party.
But that's why I was thinking, like, it is at the point where, because right now, you go, Barbie was sort of for everyone or whatever, and they're like, okay, so Barbie's a left-wing thing. You go,
Yeah.
that's that. So it's like, right-wing just needs their Barbie, which is, I don't know, maybe a Karen.
Anti-vax patriot Barbie.
That's what I'm saying. Yes, thank you. You need to pay, that's the, what else is the option in this world when it's like,
It's like an arrest Fauci sign
arrest Fauci sign, Ken's a ICE agent.
with his boys.
With his Ken and his boys are an ICE agent.
They're all ICE agents.
No,
now.
I was liking the idea of a girl being like, this guy, buy me enough stuff, something like that.
Sure.
The guy coming home, it's like, I know you really wanted to go on that trip. I found a way, and he pulls off his shirt. He's got the ICE shirt on. Oh, so you want me to make money, but you have all these ways.
I got a little part-time job.
I got a part. You have been telling me that you wanted me to get a job forever.
Yeah, and there I got it, and I'm cleaning up this country.
But don't you think that at this point where you're just like, okay, you're gonna have to just have like two of everything. It's two siblings that can't get along. You're just
Yeah.
like, you have yours and you have yours. And then By the way, I think that would be fighting less. Like, if Barbie was the left wing one, I don't think anyone would be mad. Like, oh, look at they're making her this now, and you
Oh,
go,
someone made probably there must be like some really shitty right wing Barbie that's like made by some like remember they came out with the beer, the like right wing beer.
they have Freedom Air.
Yeah, I remember that
Yeah.
shit. They're like, this is right wing beer. It's $28 for a 6-pack. And you go, that's kind of high.
Well, yes, freedom ain't free, pal.
Freedom ain't free. Proud to be an American.
Freedom ain't free is a really solid slogan for Freedom Water. Freedom ain't free. So, yeah, autistic Barbie would just be the left-wing one, and I could read you about it. The doll's eyes glazed to one side.
The question is,
they still autistic.
do autistic little girls like Barbies?
Interesting, because
I don't know that that's for sure.
you're saying autistic little
They
Barbies.
might like just like a calculator.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, Barbie. It's like, what? So I play with this replica human?
Well, I'm reading this, and it sounds more retarded than autistic. Reflecting on how autistic people avoid eye contact, so it does avoid eye contact.
Accurate.
Bendable elbows and wrists, like doesn't that, that
Sounds
feels
like Kill Tony Barbie.
what? Danny's bringing his propaganda over here. I just got back from Austin. I'm an Austin patriot right now. So it has the arms like this, bendable, enabling repetitive physical moments such as stimming. Do you know what stimming is?
Yeah, like where they like kind of like doing this stuff, and it has a fidget spinner, which is like nobody's using
Has a fidget
People
spinner.
are not using fidget spinners right now.
Yeah, but I'm saying the right wing one fidget spinner is a taser that it's using
Or just
to
a Glock or something.
get people out of this country who don't belong.
Yeah.
Some people with autism use this to process sensory information and express excitement. She has a fidget spinner. She wears a noise canceling headphones.
Okay.
Like, doesn't that sound more of? I remember when we used to have in the there's an area of the cafeteria where they'd put the special needs
Yeah.
people. A lot of headphones there.
Yeah, they don't like the loud noises.
Yeah, they'd have the headphones. And you guessed it, a tablet with symbol-based augmentative and alternative communications buttons. So it's got
Oh,
the
this is
Stephen-
like nonverbal autistic Barbie?
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
But don't. And if I was like a mom in the Midwest,
Yeah.
I might be like, fuck it. But if you go, that's the liberal Barbie's the liberal one, and we
Yeah.
have I think you just need to split everything up down the middle, like a divorce. You can still stay in the same thing, but it's like you have to just be, you have your things, we have ours, and that's the whole thing,
I
right?
think so, yeah. It makes more sense to just have here's the base Barbie, and then you can just buy your skins based on your like political affiliations. Like, you put stuff on
See,
them.
I know where you're going with that, but I don't think that would work because I don't think the liberal Barbies, the liberal Barbie people would want, I can buy you. So Barbie's selling an ice vest now, right? You have to say
Worst idea.
for everything like this, the liberals have one, Republicans have one, and that's just how it is. Because you'd be less mad if yours is getting changed. Because,
Right.
you know what I mean? You go, oh, like right now, if let's say who's like a super liberal band or something, a communist college band that's doing noise music and a thing.
Yeah.
If they come out and they're just like, yeah, we're doing an autistic thing, like no one would give a shit. They go, that's not our thing.
Yeah, that's not our thing.
The problem is everyone's treading on each other.
A lot of treading on each other in this country right now.
Right. So I think you could solve a lot of problems by just saying, okay, we're going to divvy up the things half and half.
Yeah.
So Barbie is liberal. That's just that. And maybe Mr. Potato Head goes back to the Republicans.
No, that's the homosexuals get Mr. Potato Head.
Homosexuals get Mr. Potato Head.
He's an icon.
Yeah. And it's also no. I think Republicans get Mr.
He's
Potato
an
Head. The gays get Mr. Gerbil.
Yeah.
And whatever. None of our
None of our business what you do with Mr. Gerbil.
What-
Just try and feed him twice a day. However you want to feed him.
and sometimes he feeds you. That's all we're saying. Mr. Gerbil. Mr. Gerbil is none of our business. And
Yeah.
then you split everything down the center.
Yeah.
Republicans have two bathrooms, men and women's, and then liberals have one bathroom.
They have one bathroom. That's just that makes more sense. If you want a third bathroom, it should be men, women, liberals.
See?
Yeah.
Doesn't
Instead of
this
a
solve-
trans one, you just go, just a liberal free for all bathroom.
Really? Because it feels to me like so many of the problems come from people are, and then the cities are a problem because you would want to say city-wise, you get these cities, but then if as long as they can go from city to city, you have problems there.
Yeah.
So you maybe have to still come together on those things.
Yeah,
But in
some-
terms of products,
Yeah, in terms of products, we'll just split it up. I think it's a good idea.
yeah. So that is half the country's ICE agents, and then half the country is.
It is weird to me that this is like a nonverbal with the pad thing, though, because then because you're assuming that the Barbie's supposed to match up with the person like enjoying the Barbie.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
So then, like, seems like they're probably not gonna like this.
It feels offensive if you give if I gave you a retarded gay Barbie.
yeah,
retarded
exactly.
gay Ken.
What the hell?
Quick interruption because I just came off 7 sold out shows, so make sure you get your tickets to my tour. Toronto sold out. Now there's a couple tickets for Ottawa, then Jacksonville, Miami, Naples, San Francisco, Sacramento, Philadelphia, Madison, Vancouver, Portland, Minneapolis, Lansing, Chicago, Detroit, Winnipeg, Spokane. RyanLongComedy.com, and they honestly, most of the shows are selling out, so get your tickets now.
Get your tickets. I'm going to be in Fort Worth, Pittsburgh, Chicago, Detroit, Charlotte, Washington, D.C., San Diego, sir.
He's trying to do his Nick Shirley thing, right?
Yeah.
Because that is.
Which, again, he's not built for this life. He's like a 50-year-old, like, former, like, top CNN anchor
That's a
who
good
is now
point.
slumming it as a YouTuber,
Yeah.
essentially.
But he's
And
rich still.
He's rich. Oh, we'll see how long that lasts. But he's rich, and he just is like needs attention.
That's correct. His
Yes.
addiction's attention.
Yes, absolutely. Like the
And he
idea
saw
of him
the Nick
walking down
Shirley
the
thing, and
street
he's
and
like-
people don't stop him is like probably makes him just glitch out. 'Cause I'm fucking Don Lemon. Fucking Don Lemon.
So they had a whole parade of people, and they went to this church, and I guess the whole thing was they wanted the church to be gay.
No, it was.
Oh, it wasn't that.
No, it wasn't that.
Oh, my bad.
The pastor
Pastors are nice.
is a nice age.
Which is, that's funny.
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, I mean, hey man, pastor's not a full-time job. It's just kind of a Sunday thing.
Is that no?
I think it depends.
Which one's the side gig? Is the pastor the side gig?
I think the pastor's the side
he's-
gig. ICE deporting illegals pays the bills.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Why is pastor? So when you go to church, the pastor's a side gig. I thought some
think
of these guys are
some-
crushing it.
I think sometimes they're crushing it, and I mean, I thought there was like some whole like vow of like poverty kind of whatever like whatever it's called. But like, I don't think they're
Really?
I don't think pastor.
I don't think that's true.
I don't see a church pastor. And I go, that guy is driving a fucking Lambo.
A lot of them are.
Sometimes, not like obviously the mega church.
Well, just
guys,
like
but,
anything, you know.
yeah, some like dude, there's like some rabbis at synagogues who like in New York City who like legitimately they're like the rabbi of like some fucking Upper East Side. They make like $300,000 a year.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
some
they're
of them
getting
make
paid.
way more than that.
Yeah, or even more. Yeah, they're getting paid.
They're driving on private jets.
Yeah, yeah.
Again, obviously there's levels to everything, but I didn't think that if you go to a church, and this was a pretty big church, the guy who's doing the headliner of the Sunday sermon,
the big star.
big star, and then he has to go collect illegals for some spare
Again,
change on the weekend.
It might be like a firefighter, where they're like, yeah, it's like I have so much time off.
Right.
It's just like, I'm just.
Well, if he's doing a new hour a week, that takes some
that
time
is
to really-
hard. That is hard.
Don't
You
they
might
also
be
do-
ChatGPT in it? Though,
Is it
now.
Catholic? Because they do confessionals. Anyway,
No, he wasn't that kind. He was like more, he wasn't wearing any. He was just wearing a button-down shirt. He didn't have any of the garb.
okay. So, it is what it is. Maybe I'm not understanding that. But in my mind, I was just like, this pastor. It's like if you told me, like, this pastor also, like, works at McDonald's on the weekend.
Yeah.
Just like,
Yeah. It
pastor business
again,
isn't
maybe
good.
he's just trying to fucking grind. Maybe he's on that grind set.
it has to be a passion project.
Yeah, it might be. He's just like, I work 3 days a week, just deporting illegals.
Seems bizarre.
fucking
Like,
cracking heads.
going to do the sermon about just like, obviously you got to like,
Love
look
your
out-
neighbor.
Love your neighbor.
Unless they're from Somalia, and then let's
But
get
then
them
just-
the hell out of here.
Then finishing the sermon, good sermon, sign some tits. How I don't know how exactly how it works. You sign a few tits, take a few pictures with the fans after
Yeah.
your sermon, and then you take off your like pastor outfit, put on
I toss the gator on.
toss the gator. What the fuck?
Yeah, it is. It is odd, but
Everyone's influencers now are sassy gays too. Nick Shirley's a bit of a sassy gay himself.
I think he might be retarded. I've been watching some interviews
Yes,
with him, and I go,
exactly.
he has like some sort of like, and it's impressive what he's done.
Big
right?
star.
Like big star. He was like, I saw him on Congress, but like you hear him talk and you're like, I feel like there's some sort of underlying cognitive.
well, his mom does it with him, which is
Oh,
funny.
yeah, that is funny too. But there's like sometimes he talks and goes, is there
Whereas Don Lemon's daddy comes.
his leather daddy comes along with him?
Yeah, Nick Shirley does his journalism with his mom, and Don Lemon does his journalism with his daddy.
Yeah. It's the leather daddy.
Yeah, but it's all sassy influencer. Both sides has their sassy influencers that
Yeah.
are going undercover. And by the way, I guess he's in trouble because his argument is like, I'm a journalist.
You are a YouTuber, my friend. January 6th. January 6th put those people in their place pretty handily, actually. We actually have the precedent for this kind of thing, where there was all these people on January 6th who are like, I'm a journalist.
I'm a journalist.
And they're like, no.
No.
You're a YouTuber. You're going to jail.
You are a YouTuber.
Yeah, and he goes, what? I know Chris Cuomo. He goes, he's basically a YouTuber, too. I don't know if you've been
Also a
following.
YouTuber.
I don't know if you've been following what's going on in the media landscape.
You know, it's very similar to the people that are out here and then they get in trouble for something they said and then they go, I'm a comedian, and you go, oh, what clubs you were?
Yeah.
And they go, I haven't really been on the stage lately.
Taking some time off to focus on my, just mental health.
Yeah. Oh, but how many times? I mean, even
Course.
sometimes where it is, you're just like, I'm a comedian. And you're just like, okay, but that was activism, not comedy.
Yeah, for
You're
that
just
too.
like, you go, but were you trying to, you go, that was you like protesting a thing is not being a comedian.
No.
You go, and then you go, they're arresting comedians. And you're like, well, no, yeah, except that's not what you were doing.
Yeah, thankfully that's not you. So,
It's like shooting a guy. I mean, like, oh, comedians fucking getting.
oh, nobody can take a joke, huh? Oh, everybody's snowflakes are so triggered.
Right. So, is that not fair to say that the journalism thing's the same thing? You go, there are people that are doing journalism.
Yep.
A YouTuber with a very partisan political, I don't know. I mean,
The thing is, he could have waited on the sidewalk for the congregation to leave, and he would have been totally fine. Like, if he wanted to confront that guy on the way out on, the public property, nothing. But there's like, it is illegal. Dude, he's being charged.
I don't know about these
They're
laws.
going to charge him under the Klan Act.
I saw that. Yeah, that's obviously trolling. No.
No, there's an
I
actual.
mean,
that's
yes.
that's not a troll. There's an actual like Klan law.
It feels like that's
and
a
it
troll
had
to
to
me.
do with like basically, I imagine from the Klan like bursting into black churches.
You don't think that they were just like, that'd be funny? Like, that seems
That
very
is
trolly.
funny, but that is also, from what I understand, like the statute with which they could charge him under.
Sure.
That and this thing like the face.
I
Act
mean,
or whatever.
maybe. To me, that felt like they were.
I mean, this is the funniest administration to date.
That's what,
They literally hit you with the fucking flour with the spritzer in it.
yeah, they do. They're it's the wacky.
It's a hand buzzer administration.
It's
right now.
100% a wacky administration.
Dude, we're like this close to literally Trump at fucking Davos being like, put her there. Yeah, just Trump hand buzzering world leaders. This close.
Arm wrestle you for Greenland.
We're close.
Yeah, definitely offering him a piece of pie and then putting the head down in it. But yeah, I don't know about all these. I mean, it is there is so much of kind of which is the thing that always. I don't know if it maybe annoys me. Maybe I just like always find it to be notable. Is that even right now there's so many people that would kind of be like, oh, the people that were about freedom, it was like now they're kind of liking cops, and you're just like, yeah, and you were the opposite. Like so many. It just, I feel like a lot of people will say their point and they go, can you believe they were this and then now they're this? And you go, and then you were the opposite of that.
Yeah.
Like you were just like, now you're kind of saying, hey, the government's clamping down on this and this. And then 5 years ago, you were begging for it. You go,
Right. Yeah,
so,
he was probably the biggest cheerleader for like the January 6th. Everybody who was there on site is like,
yeah, it was just, there's so many people that are pointing out hypocrisy without being like, yeah, and you were the opposite. I don't know.
well, for them, they go, well, when I was the opposite, it was a moral argument. No.
But I feel like even the moral arguments I've seen every single time, it was just like, okay, we can all agree. No one seems to actually care when the other side's people dies. Okay, there you go. Moving on.
Moving on.
Yeah, they don't care about Charlie Kirk, and they don't care about the ice lady. Like,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it is that. But anyways,
they don't care about. Yeah, they care about Don Lemon going to a church. You'd really care if someone went into a mosque,
right. Yeah.
and your bosses would really care if someone went into a synagogue.
Your bosses would really care. That might get you.
It's also interesting that if you think about, like a big percentage of black people are religious, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like when I grew up, like I knew very few white people that are religious. All my religious friends were black or black adjacent.
Yeah.
And by that I mean Eminem,
Right.
Army, the real Slim Shadys.
Real Slim Shady.
A lot of real Slim Shadys in my
A
school.
lot of those in the early 2000s.
Yeah.
A lot of those poking around.
And some of the real Slim Shadys got pretty religious.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, again, they're kind of just posers. So
They were. You're saying.
they're just emulating the black people. They go, oh,
Sure.
they're in a religion now. I guess that's my identity.
Yeah, rap is about religion, so I'm
Yeah.
religious. Sure. But it is interesting if you think about like your average black guy being like, so that's like my party is the sassy gay dude interrupting churches.
Right.
Like you have to admit, there's probably some of those dudes, like jail guys, are all fucking. They love the Lord,
They love the Lord.
you know. So that is an
Allah.
interesting dichotomy.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think I don't know if they're gonna like try and make an example out of him, but like that from the sounds of it, like even I saw many like left wing legal pundits who were like, yeah, that is a crime.
Yeah.
They're just like, I hate to say it for my former CNN colleague, but like he did commit a crime, and he's trying to be like, I didn't do it. They did it, and I was just going along. And they go like, yeah, well, we have our January 6th precedent where many people.
And the crime is interrupting a church.
You just can't. Yeah, like a church is basically you can't just like you can't protest inside of a church. Essentially,
What about
you can protest
pranking?
outside.
If I went into a church and did a prank, would I be in trouble?
What kind of prank are we talking about? Like if you want to go in,
I think with a prank would be yelling in people's ear. Ah!
Probably if you're like an individual, you can do
Yeah.
that. I think it's like when you have a mob doing it, there's
Okay.
like a more of a gravity to that. But like if you want to kind of just like go solo with like those like meta glasses in a church and just like for some content and just like rip ass the whole time, like I
Right.
think you can do that. They
You think
might
I
ask
could-
you to leave.
If I went to a mosque and I demanded my virgins,
Right. Yeah.
said,
I
quit
would
hogging
go
all the
mad
virgins.
Quit hogging all the
my
virgins.
specific virgin.
Probably that's not a crime. They just might kick you out because you're one person. But I think it's when. It's
or if
the
I went
mob
and
of
I said
people.
I'm a virgin and I'm looking for a woman who's a martyr that's going to get me in the afterlife.
Yeah. Like if you go to a. Yeah, they'll probably think you're just a
Excuse
fed.
me.
They just think you're a fed, really, at that point. They go,
Yeah.
no, not again. Not doing this again. No, thank you.
Yeah, they would think that.
Guy's glowing. But anyways. We'll see. We'll see if Don Lemon faces the wrath of the Department of Justice.
You making a good point though. In his mind, he's a journalist, and you're just like, no, you're a YouTuber like
yeah,
me, pal.
you were a journalist at some point in the past. You were a journalist. I guess that'll be like the big. Probably go to the Supreme Court. You go, if you were a journalist at one point, do you remain a journalist your whole life? Like, is it like a guy doing?
But like
something?
Glenn Greenwald, like he's a journalist.
He's a
not
journalist, yeah.
okay. But then here's the thing. They write for
They
paper.
write for stuff. Yeah.
So do you? But then again, like, how does that work? So Glenn Greenwald writes like, is your own Substack make you a journalist?
I don't know. It's
I have
one
a
of
Substack.
those.
I'm a journalist. Like, what is the definition?
I don't know at this point. But I mean, they specifically for J6.
Because everyone has a camera. Elon Musk says you're the media.
You're
now.
the yeah.
But
maybe
does that
that's
hold
what
up
Don
in
Lemon's
court?
like Elon Musk said I'm the media.
Does that hold up in
So-
court that I'm the media now?
Well, he said that after J6, so maybe they'll update it.
Like, for example, if you were the getaway driver for a crime and you were filming the whole thing and you're just like, yeah, I'm documenting
yeah, I'm
this.
documenting it.
Is that a life hack to get
No.
out of things?
I don't think so. Do not do that. I don't know. I guess we'll find out. Like, maybe it's the type of thing where it's just like, once you do a gay thing, you're just like gay for life. Where he goes, I did some journalism, so I'm a journalist for life.
Right. And there's places where they go, we consider this journalism if you wrote for here.
Yeah.
Like if I wrote one Huffington Post article saying like,
Like if Anderson Cooper followed them in, he'd be fine.
you think so?
Yeah.
Because he's like, this is for
I'm documenting this
for a news organization.
organization.
I can show you the mandate that I've been given.
Correct, and everybody would agree that, like, yes, he's a journalist. But Don Lemon's dicey territory. for him.
YouTuber territory.
Yeah, like, what he's gonna pull up his street interviews and be like, "I'm a journalist."
I just asked 10 people what their body count was earlier this morning.
I was asking all these people. Was it
Thought
or gay son?
daughter, gay son.
yeah, thought daughter, gay son? So
Don Lemon wants both.
yeah,
Yeah, interesting fucking turn of events, man.
yeah.
The war is full blown right now. I think that's
many
fair to
fronts.
say. I saw a Trump video, by the way. He does a press conference talking about the girl that got shot by ICE. You know her name?
Renee Good,
Renee Good.
or like Renee Bad
Yeah, there we go.
for her getting shot in the face.
Renee Bad News.
Yeah.
Take that how you want it. So Trump does this interview. He was like, because he came out of the gate and he was kind of like, ICE agent doing his job.
Yep.
these
These are
loony leftists,
professional protesters.
professional protesters,
professional
loony lefters.
agitators.
JD Vance was kind of the same thing. Like, this is what the man's supposed to do.
Yeah.
This is, you guys all need to back
It's a
off.
coach defending his players.
Trump, since then, found out that the girl's dad was a big Trump guy,
I
right?
believe it was her ex-stepdad, but he's referring to him as her father because there was a guy who was like doing press being like, I love Trump, but I believe it was her ex-stepfather.
Well, Trump says in the interview his dad.
Yeah.
So Trump's like, and her dad was a big Trump fan. Talks for about 30 seconds
course.
about like, big fan of the kid, loved me, said my skin's smooth, firmest
Not
handshake,
orange,
not
total
orange,
normal.
and it's really a tragedy. And sometimes ICE agents are gonna make mistakes.
Sure.
Full 180, basically.
Yeah.
Being like, the ICE agent's doing his best, but like you're gonna mess up sometimes. And in this specific case, where her dad loves me, and it was pretty wild. I mean, obviously people say that the man is flattered.
Yeah, he loves being flattered.
But Trump's out here as like, if Trump was a judge, it would literally be like, I'm going to get you for murder. Are those Trump shoes?
Yeah.
You probably weren't even there.
You're fucking.
Yeah, so
Is that a Trump robe?
he switched, but also he's sort of throwing everyone else under the bus because JD Vance and all these people came out and they're just like perfect shooting. And then he's like, it was a bit of a mistake. And then they're kind of like, yo, you're kind of.
Yeah, you're kind of fucking us over here. Yeah, a little bit.
Dude, he's about here being like, Rob Reiner's son, I just found out, did buy Melania coins. So I just want to say the man is a hero, national treasure.
Yeah, I was wrong to say that about him.
Yeah, Robbie. He found out that the dad, what now you're telling me is not even the
Ex-stepdad.
Ex-stepdad, the dad that stepped up. Though.
Yeah, and then step down.
Well, a part of it too, you go, this guy fucking loved Trump. You go, probably a factor.
Yeah. I mean, again, the guy loves.
If you see a woman
flattery.
that's like all in protesting and you're just like, dad loves Trump, you go, be crazy to not spin that a little together.
Sure. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, a real tragedy, but yeah, a mess.
That was so funny to me that just like finds out the guy.
Oh, he finds
complete
one.
180.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, that is a good kind of little nugget of information for any world leaders trying. I'm sure a lot of them know this, but you're like, Greenland and all that stuff. Just be like, just hit them with every flattery you can get them with.
Show up, be like,
It softens them up.
just downing Trump steaks. They don't make them like that.
Yeah, best steak on earth.
Yeah.
Sending all my kids to Trump University. Just
Sitting on my kids
get
in
them a
Trump.
proper education.
UFC at the White House. How do you do it, Don? How do you do
You know
it?
what? I'm not going to take Greenland. I don't need
He
it.
changed his mind on whether it was a good shoot or not.
Yeah.
Because the stepdad, who, by the way, for sure they hate each other,
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
liked him.
Oh, she fucking hated that guy. That ex stepdad. She probably had a lot of disdain for that man.
He probably called the cops to get her kids taken away.
Yeah, probably. Probably. He does not speak well of her in private.
Yeah, so that was blowing my mind. Danny did a ICE video. You did a satire,
the one I get-
fake news video.
Oh, that's
And then the
old. I did it-
TikToker?
Oh, I did it. Yeah, it's like old, but I just it keeps going viral. But yeah, this guy who like basically keeps kidnapping Uber drivers for the $750 reward from ICE, which is like because I remember like last year or a year and a half ago there was this rumor that you could get 750, and this chick like made this video with her husband. She's like, the husband's like, I just saw it on the news. There's this guy. It's like it was on Fox News, and they're like. He's like, he has kidnapped 7 guys and has it in his bedroom. And he's just like, they're headhunting these people. Dude, I get that sketch. I'm like legitimately right now getting 5 death threats a day from.
What do they say?
Like, if I catch you out in the street, you're fucking dead. You fucking snitch.
What do you
rat.
write back? If not, if I catch you first and arrest you, it'll be in my basement.
I'm not trying to amp up the hatred, so I kind
Yeah.
of just let him go. But, dude, I got like DMs, like the comments, or like half the comments are literally like, if I catch you outside, like you're fucking dead, man.
You have the most insane like combination of things because you have like half the people that just like hate Jews from
Yeah.
those videos, half the people that want to kill you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have a,
Yeah, my like Venn diagram is like that, and then like the overlap, the slight overlap is like people who will buy tickets to my shows.
people who would like me.
Amazing. I made this heated rivalry.
People who like me, a Jewish comedian.
You know what's crazy? I made this heated rivalry sketch about this guy from
Yeah.
like, North Bay who's like hates heated.
Yeah,
basically,
yeah.
it's all gay shit. And I wore my Gretzky jersey in it, and like obviously like a lot of people didn't realize it was fake. But I wore my like Canada Cup Gretzky jersey. I had no idea. People fucking hate Wayne in Canada right now.
What?
They hate him because he's friends with Trump.
I
And-
knew that a little bit.
but like the extent. I
did not know that.
I did not realize the extent until I'm reading the comments and everybody's like, yeah, of course, fucking guy in a fucking Gretzky jersey. Gretzky
Right.
jersey tells me all I need to know. Like, dude, people,
Gretzky jersey tells me all I need to know.
yeah, you're like, I'm just like satirizing like a North Bay, Ontario.
Did you just
regular-
that wasn't even a, that was just an that was
Didn't-
the jersey
didn't-
you had.
Yeah, that's just like I have 2 hockey jerseys, a Gretzky jersey, and this Maple Leafs jersey. Those are the only ones I have, so I just like wore them both. And people are like hate Gretzky in Canada.
I remember that, but what you
But,
just
like, the
said is
extent of
correct.
it.
I knew that. Yeah, it was a little thing, and people don't actually care and move.
No,
on. Yeah.
they like hate. There's like, they hate it. Like, obviously not everybody, but like there is like a large portion of the Canadian population, like over 20%, maybe even higher.
What percentage of hockey fans do you think? Probably still even.
Depends what their like political leanings are.
Right.
Like they're probably just like fucking Mary Lemieux was actually the goat. Fuck that guy.
Interesting. Well, yeah, you.
Because all the Canada stuff with the 51st state and everybody's like, yo, Gretzky, like you boys with Trump, go say something about this and tell him to knock it off.
Yeah. Well, AI period is putting people in the insane asylum. I saw, KFC.
Yeah.
He just posted. He did a video about how there was this big Russian snowstorm, and they had this big photo of like this
Yeah, the
crazy.
guy like jumping out of his fucking.
did like 8 million views, and then it was fake, and he posted.
Oh, that ended up being fake.
You got but you
Well,
got got too.
I saw
You
it.
got got.
I saw it and I was like,
The catcher becomes the caught.
oh, dude, I'm not. There was one other thing that.
Yeah,
I
but that's
saw.
how you put people in an insane asylum.
Yeah.
Is you are constantly telling them their world's not real. Like if someone's has mental problems and you're just
Yeah.
everyone says the number one thing you don't do
Yeah.
is tell them like everything you think is a lie
Is a
because their
lie.
brain can't like handle that, right?
Yeah.
Everyone all the time is being told everything you know to be true was actually just
Fake,
fucking you're
yeah.
being fucked with. You go,
And I made this in 45 seconds. Like it wasn't even like some grand it wasn't like the conspiracy where it's like 50 guys in a sound stage.
Yeah.
Like the moon landing style where it's like you got Stanley Kubrick and all that shit. It's like no, it's like some kid.
yes.
Yeah, I didn't. That video I saw once. I didn't see the KFC thing, but I just saw it. Oh, that's crazy. They had a big snowstorm.
Yeah, you just move on.
Kamchatka.
Maybe go tell someone else. You see
Yeah.
the crazy snowstorm. They tell someone else.
I mean, I will say I've never heard of like 60 feet of snow
well, you
falling.
fucking ate it up, hook, line, and sinker, and moved on with your day.
I remember I actually did.
Nom,
see that,
nom, nom.
I did see that video go. Snowfall as high as an apartment building, huh? But I guess the smart thing is they do it in Russia. So you go, well, I guess it's in Russia. I guess that's a possible thing.
This is me scrolling. Crazy. Dudes have lizard heads now. Oh, that's wild. There's a baby with 3 heads. Fuck, it's crazy. Yeah, that's scrolling. You
Yeah.
go, I guess I don't know. And then you go, and then you think it, you tell someone, then someone goes, that's fake, and you go, and your brain goes, and then you end up in a padded wall streaming.
Basically. Yeah,
You're
mean,
autistic Barbie now.
It's getting dire.
All right, well, it's Babbel time because learning a language with Babbel is about small steps, big wins, progress you can actually track and feel. They got bite-sized lessons that fit easily into your daily routine and are easy to remember. Just 10 minutes a day is enough to start seeing real results. Babbel recognizes that real-world connections are at the heart of language learning. Their courses are designed by over 200 language experts, real human beings, to teach you relevant words and phrases you'll actually use so you can start speaking with confidence in as little as 3 weeks. Varies. See mintmobile.com.
I love you.
There's a TikTokers have figured out how to fight back against ICE.
Oh, okay.
The army of lemons, the lemon army.
But what they should do is they should dress like ICE agents, and then it's like who's who. It's a real like the Spider-Man meme.
That's not a bad idea.
It's a crime.
Oh, it is?
You can't impersonate a federal agent.
What about for a sketch?
Well, we'll give it a pass. We'll let it go.
I mean, you are right.
I wanted to
If
make
everyone did if they did a thing If you were trying to do the ultimate protest, like, the protest where you get everyone out, where you have, like,
Yeah.
200,000 people, no king style,
Uh-huh.
or maybe more. I don't know how many people came out to that.
Depends who you ask.
And you did, the whole thing was everyone wears an ICE agent, and then you show up to the ICE thing, and just every single person's wearing an ICE agent, and then no one knows.
That would show a lot of chaos.
That would.
It's not my worst idea ever, besides the crime of impersonating a federal agent.
Okay, so remove the crime one. That is a pretty good protest period, where you do a counter protest where you wear their things. Like,
Yeah.
for example, if there was, like,
I mean, they do that. Those are like the fucking they always call them the agitators.
yeah, but I
right?
think you need.
I mean, like the federal government does do that.
but you've never had 500,000 people at the same time
No.
show up. Like, that is, I guess I see what you're saying, where that is called a technique that countries use.
Yeah,
But I'm saying on a micro level,
Sure.
or if you were trying to protest something, show up wearing their thing and
Right.
subvert it. That's never been done grassroots on a mass level.
Yeah.
And that would be good. But that's not their idea. They say TikTokers, users on dating apps like Grindr, Tinder, to expose dox ICE agents, get those dick pics.
Nah.
So they decided they're going to.
No gay ICE agents, not dog.
Well, they're also on Tinder.
No, I'm kidding.
Yeah. Nah. Not a single.
Won't work because none of us are gay. Nice try. All straight.
Nice try, yeah. Double straight over here.
You think there's any gay ICE
I'd
agents?
puke if you sent me yours.
There has to be some gay ICE.
Yeah, of course.
That must be. You think they just keep it secret from their like gay community, or are they like fucking kind of like gay going to church,
Oh,
super Republican?
I thought you were saying keep it secret from the ICE agents. I don't think
No,
the ICE
no.
agents would give a shit, but it depends where they live.
I mean,
right?
there's probably people who are ICE agents who are like, "What do you do again for work?" And you're like, "I work classified, but I work at federal government."
Yeah, but it depends on where you live.
Yeah.
There's a lot of places that they're probably just like sick.
Well, so I've looked at
Just the same way that like being an abortion doctor might
yeah,
not
yeah,
be popular.
But
if you
the thing
live
is,
there.
so I've looked at the ICE like recruiting website, and a lot.
yeah.
A lot.
Comedies, those tickets aren't selling, huh? Really?
No, just out of curiosity, and a lot of it is like, you got to go move to New York. Like they want you to like relocate.
And that's why they're willing to pay the big bucks.
Yeah, and they're like, because a lot of it, because probably you're like,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
I'd
why you
like to
gotta be
an ICE
essentially
agent in
a young
El Paso.
guy.
And you're like,
We
get
got
in
it
line.
now.
Single.
Yeah, get in line. We're good. But if you want to go fucking move up to New York City, we can get you in tomorrow.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like being an Asian firefighter in the middle of nowhere where they need diversity.
Right. And you go, yeah. So
The books are full in San Antonio.
yeah, exactly. Like there probably are people who see those ads down there and they go, oh fuck yeah, be ICE agents with the boys, and they're like, yeah, there's a huge
Yeah, you're on
wait
a
list.
100,000 people waiting list.
Yeah, there's a massive wait list.
Right.
Yeah.
So if you live in Los Angeles or New York or Chicago
Los
or
Angeles
Boston,
maybe less, just because it's super liberal, but like yeah, those Texas places.
No. I'm saying the
Oh.
opposite. I'm saying Los Angeles, New York,
Yeah.
Chicago, places like that. The question is there gay guys that are like at the gay bar being gay?
Yeah, like-
and then they have to.
Like they got the leather daddy outfits on, like the whole just being super gay, and then the next day they got their ICE agent.
Well, probably ones that are like outward facing.
Yeah.
Like if you're a gay commentator and then I'm doing this thing, maybe.
Maybe.
You're not making money, but you have a 5,000 person TikTok channel where you're like a Republican gay, maybe.
yeah, maybe.
But I can't imagine like a crazy amount.
No,
But then,
because there are a lot of Hispanic ICE agents. You see that a lot.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, if you
Kinda
go,
closing the door behind them.
I mean,
huh?
I was just in Texas. Like, if you're there, the Cowboys are. It's not just white people that are cowboys.
No, tons of yeah. It's not.
There's a lot of Mexican cowboys.
I mean, it used to be Mexico.
yeah.
Yeah, you expect there to be.
But a lot of those guys are like, these colors don't run.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
There's plenty of like classic conservative Mexicans over there.
Oh yeah, everything.
So, I mean, a lot of the plans seem to just be kind of illegal
Mm-hmm.
that we've been coming up with, and also that they've been coming up with.
Yeah, it's hard to come up with legal schemes.
Yeah, because their whole scheme is essentially they're like, we're going to get all these dick pics and then put them online and, then show the dicks of the ICE agents. And you go, so you're talking about the website isanyoneup.com, Hunter Moore?
Sure.
Yeah, he did 7 years in prison.
Yeah. I believe that's called revenge porn, and that's
Yeah.
a crime that you all agree with should be a crime.
Right. So it's hard to come up with legal schemes.
Yeah. stuff.
But I think it's the same thing. You get carried away, these people, you know?
Yeah, by any means necessary.
Same as storming into the Capitol. You're like, whoa, that's what's going on here. They're just
Yeah.
like, let's get their fucking dick pics and we'll show them to everyone. Now you're doing 9 years in prison. A group of women to chase dick pics. Also, could we back up a little bit and say, when you're online asking guys for dick pics, is this the activism you signed up
Right? Yeah, it's just, it is. They've.
for? I know you do that as activism.
They're just like we're like a Soviet honeypot where they're like anything for the fucking.
Honey, I'm doing activism.
I'm doing this for the country.
I guess that's what's his name does, the right wing guy.
James O'Keefe.
James O'Keefe. He's
Yeah.
not actually getting the dick pics, but he might be getting some on before.
Yeah.
If he's meeting these guys
I think
on
that, I
Grindr.
saw a recent one where the chick she trapped JD Vance's like member of his Secret Service who like
Honeypot?
yeah, and they got chicks. I think they must have like hot chicks now. Which
And what did they get him doing?
They must have
admitting
hot
like
chicks
literally
now.
giving away like when JD Vance's plane was leaving and stuff, which is
Oh,
like crazy
God.
security risk, like to know where JD Vance is specifically, what time his plane.
You
leaves,
know,
where it is.
I like to think that wouldn't be me, but I also say no harm, no foul. Like,
Yeah.
there is harm and there is
I
foul.
mean, what
but
did she look like?
if you get got like that,
Yeah.
where you work for there, you have a couple beers, you're with some chick, you've hung out a few times. I mean,
guy saying he like hates ice.
you're They're kind of bragging,
Yeah,
right?
of course. It's like probably you know you'd be a Secret Service agent. Like part of it is like this will help me get some sniz for sure.
Yeah.
There's like some.
You could
know,
also lie though.
you could lie, but
See, if you want to brag and you're like a high up Secret Service and you have some information, just lie.
yeah, but chicks probably also like an element of you go, yeah, this is like classified. I'm in the Secret
Yeah, and then
Service.
lie.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I can't tell you where JD Vance is right now.
Yeah, but you could lie.
Yeah, you lie for sure. But anyways, that guy's probably in deep shit.
Fuck.
Oh yeah, and he was like, I voted for Biden. I hate Trump. I don't know if he said I hate Trump, but he was like, I hate ICE. Voted for Biden. Hate this shit going on.
Who is the honey potter? Who's she working for?
She works for James O'Keefe.
Oh.
Yeah. He's like, he basically is on from the gay stuff, and he goes trying to get more high value assets.
So
here,
he brought in some tens.
yeah, he got in some tens.
So they're trying to do a micro version of this where they're crowdfunding it and they have a bunch of women. And by the way, also, if you have a chick that you're dating that's getting into activism, like you're dating some girl, she hates Trump, the whole thing, and then she was like, we're taking him down, and you go, what are you doing? It's like, I just fucking got 20 dick picking guys. You go, this is,
Well, the
done.
polycule will love it.
if you are,
Yeah, if you're in one of those things, which is probably more what it's like.
you're just all at your different stations.
I got
demanding-
another one. Everybody
Ding, ding.
runs over. Yeah, everybody runs over. Let me see.
You put it on the wall.
Yeah. I mean, probably ICE has to go like send out a memo being like, "Hey, don't send dick pics.
Dring.
They're on to us."
That is so funny. The dick pic counter. Dring.
Yeah, it's like Wolf of Wall Street. Just
Yeah, yeah. What a day, folks. That is also, I guess, almost like cliche, where you're just like, you sign up to be a Brooklyn activist, and before you know it, you're just at a computer looking at dicks.
Yeah.
And you're just going, all right. All right.
It's
I'm part of a group of about 20 or so women. We have a private Facebook group around 100. So it's 1,000 people in their private Facebook group. Some of us go on dates. Others help on the back end with background checks, finding info. In one viral post, TikToker, by the way, this is an article this is by the Post, but a few other people have covered it. Can you imagine the uproar? Not to state the obvious, but if a group of 1,000 men were like, we're getting a bunch of girls' tits that, support
sure.
the opposite candidate, we're gonna put their
release
tits out.
and doxing them.
It'd be the #1 story in America.
It'd be huge. I'd be on that.
Tittygate.
I'd be on that website just hitting refresh all day.
Angrily. I can't believe they did this.
This is a crime. Just fucking refresh. This is off. Oh, those are awful. Ugh. Just waiting for a good set.
TikToker healthy policy princess asked her fellow Carolinians on Tinder, Bumble, Grindr, other dating apps to screenshot and share any profiles of suspected ICE agents for a folder she was making of every agent in the state, which she planned to make public. Get those dick pics and selfies, share them widely, she urged. So
And like, does this
suspected? It says.
Yeah, suspected. It's literally just dudes holding the fucking trout, being like,
Dude, you imagine everyone.
must be an ice agent.
You're on the fucking ice agent dick pic site, just lean back and like half chub. You didn't even go hard on it.
You didn't go. You couldn't get it full.
Yeah, you're just.
And you go, this isn't reducing deportations.
You suspect? Yeah,
Yeah, you go. You think deportations?
I'm not in ice.
Yeah, I'm not in ICE, and even if I was, they're not like. I guess we'll stop deporting people because my dick's on the internet.
I mean,
Got me.
you could say possibly if there actually was a big leak of ICE agents getting their dick pics, some guys might be like, yeah, maybe ICE is getting a little hot right now. I don't want to join.
Yeah, I mean, there is a reason like that they cover their faces. Like you couldn't live your life normally if it was out that you were an ICE agent in a lot of places. Probably almost anywhere, to be honest. That would be pretty tough to like. If you lived anywhere liberal and like you live in an apartment building in New York City, your neighbors find out you fucking work for ICE.
You're not gonna be happy.
You're moving out. Like they're gonna make your life fucking miserable.
Yeah,
You can't go eat at restaurants. She's like, I'd be the most paranoid person on earth.
I'd be paranoid as well.
Oh, it would be insane. I'd not even past like just making your life miserable. I'd be like, someone is going to kill me. Like someone is going to just like fucking run up on me and like kill me.
Yeah,
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to live.
And now your dick pics are on the internet,
On top of it,
and you weren't even in ICE.
yeah, I'm not nice.
I mean,
Weren't
that's
even
great.
a-
The suspected. Got a folder of your dick pics. That's. This
You
sounds.
think any guys are doing fucking ICE Stolen Valor on apps right now? Like, yeah, I'm in ICE
No,
just to get some fucking tang.
no. I think the opposite. DHS agent secretary Tricia McLaughlin blasted the doxing campaign. Promised anyone would be prosecuted. Yeah, this is a felony. She says.
Yeah, pretty straightforward felony. So, I guess keep going.
They've convinced women crimes are TikTok trends.
Yeah. New TikTok trend: robbing a fucking convenience store.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
They're TikTok trend. You collect dick pics and then release them on the internet.
Now I wonder because I was just thinking this would be hilarious just for the comments you would get if I made a fake Tinder profile in New York City and just like me as an ICE agent. But I wonder like Tinder can't kick you off. Probably get mass reported.
Just make a person that just like a fake, just put
just like a fake, just
a
like
guy
yeah,
on
just
there.
like a guy goes, I love what I do,
see,
keeping this country safe. Just like Bushwick.
see what you get.
Fucking responses would be you get so many matches from chicks just like fucking heads exploding.
God damn.
That would be funny. Might have to do that.
Have you heard the new term they have? It's you said awful. So after Renee Good killing, derisive term for white women spreads to the far right, and the term is awful, which stands for affluent white female urban liberal. They're really trying to get a term for the liberal
That's a
white
good
chick.
one.
I really.
You know, well,
Pitch your
it's a
case.
good. It's a good acronym. It doesn't like roll like calling them
I'm with you.
awful. Not good.
It
but
feels
the acronym-
boomery.
Yeah,
I'll tell you what she really is. It's fucking an awful.
She's a fucking awful.
That doesn't have a ring to it, if you ask me.
Yeah.
You need to start your acronyms with consonants.
Yeah, I'd be calling it more like the other awful, like OF.
What?
FAL. It's like pet organ meat. It's because of what they look like. These women.
Yeah, I mean, I could. Here's the test, right? If your buddy was banging like one of those chicks, like
Yeah.
activist chick, would you be like, buddy went home with an awful last night?
never.
Right?
Never.
That doesn't have a ring to it.
No.
This is boomer Republican moms.
Yeah, you know what the problem is? Yeah, they got to start with the good word and then reverse engineer the acronym versus the other way around.
Yeah, this isn't working, and you gotta find one that clicks. I'd say you're back to the pen and the pad.
Yeah.
You didn't put enough time in.
No.
And by the way, this is who you're competing with. These people are out here with binders full of dick pics.
Binders.
Was
full.
that guy who said
Binders.
that? Was it Mike Pence?
No, it wasn't Mike Pence. It was the Mitt Romney.
Mitt Romney, binders full of women.
Yeah.
Yeah. These women have binders full of dick pics, and you're out here with awful. You're trying to
Yeah.
compete with the first term that came to mind.
Not even close. You're losing. You're
Yeah.
losing if that's all you got. These fucking awfuls. No.
I was
No
kind of,
ring to it.
and to talk more about my theory of, which is not a hot take, it's something we've been saying for a million years, just the dead split down the middle that is more hyped up.
Mm-hmm.
It is interesting, the extent to I've even kind of said, like when I was in Texas, right? So much of it is where you live, like your politics, obviously, But when you're in Texas and you're kind of like, oh, I want to put something on my house, and the guy's like, you know, the government's getting involved, and you're like, don't tread on me. And then you're in New York and you see a guy in the subway with his shoe on his head and like trying to kill you, and you're like, all right, the government can tread on him a little bit. You know?
well, that.
Wouldn't be the worst thing in the world if there was a bit of tread on that guy,
You know,
right?
I saw last week in like one day, I got on one subway and there's this like woman, she was like smoking a cigarette, like just on the train. And then I got on a train later that day. This is a first for sure because I've seen a woman smoking a cigarette. This is at 1 a.m. There was this woman she had 2 kids.
Cranking a dart on the subway?
Yeah, oh, that I've seen before, like some crazy homeless person. There was this woman with 2 kids, and then she starts, and this is 1 a.m, she starts changing her kid's diaper. Like, like literally as close to Johnny is from me. I'm like sitting, and it was like pretty busy train. She just starts literally fucking pops her kid's pants. I'm just like, what is you can't wait like 20 minutes? Like, I don't have kids. Maybe like a diaper is like an emergency thing. I don't know. But like, she just starts literally full changing a kid's fucking stinky diaper.
You think that was a pedophile honeypot?
No. I was just like, oh my God. And then I got on the next train, reeked of piss. I'm just like, what a city. The pits.
Yeah, so a little tread, right?
It's a little much.
But then you go the other way. You know, so much of I have some friends that kind of grew up in like places like San Jose and stuff like that, and kind of were just like, you know, this shit's insane. And then now they live in Texas, and kind of mostly what they complain about is Texas shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because that's what you're around, and you're just like, you know, the other's far away. I'll tell you one thing. So they have no regulation on zoning, for example, in Dallas, right?
Okay.
All of and I don't know exactly, they might have some regulation on their own, but apparently they don't have like zoning laws or something. I'm probably getting it wrong. But regardless of what it is, they have less. And the roads all feel like they were designed by a cowboy. Like every road is on top of each other. It feels like,
yeah. Well,
it feels
there's tons
like
of people there, but yeah, there's like, you have the like.
Have you ever heard of the Ali? Do you remember the Ali G sketch where he says you should pay for it? They should have bills with the exact amount of money.
Yeah,
where
yeah,
it's like, you know, $9.37 bill, and he goes, "Well, the reason that it wouldn't work is what if you had a $9.37 bill and your thing comes to $8.45?" He goes, "Pay for it with your $8.45 bill," right? But it feels a little bit like that, where they have all these roads, and they're just like, "What if a guy wants to go over there? Put a fucking another road over there." And you're like, "What about there? Another road." And you go, "Okay, what about people make a wrong turn? U-turns everywhere."
Right.
And then you go, and so because of that, every road in fucking San Antonio, Houston, Dallas there's 9 lanes, and every 4 seconds you have to make a split decision of which of these 8 lanes to go, and if you miss it, you have to do winding in for 9 more.
You're going around.
You have to. It looks like a theme park. These roads.
Hey man, that's a lot of people out there. They gotta fucking make everybody happy, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. It's
I want to quickly mention that I'm going to be the CEO of Ryanair.
I saw that. That's fucking big.
Thank you.
I don't know what it's going to.
You didn't message me. Congratulations.
I don't know what it's
fine.
going to mean for the future of the podcast.
I can do both. Don't forget, I have access to an airline now, so
Right.
like if I'm somewhere.
But it's like the shittiest airline. Although I will say, do you know where their headquarters?
Not
are?
for the CEO.
Do you know where their headquarters are?
Where?
Your homeland, Ireland.
Oh, headquarters of Ryanair in Ireland.
Yeah. So you
Okay.
so you guys go.
Yeah, so I'll zip back and forth, obviously.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Elon's liking it.
Elon Musk started saying that he wants to buy Ryanair and put a Ryan in charge. And a part of it was, I now know it's because he got in a fight with them over something or other.
Something about Wi-Fi I don't know exactly what it was. I think it was because they're like, we don't want Wi-Fi on our planes or something.
What?
Well,
Well,
because
Ryanair's the cheap one, right?
Ryanair's like literally a flight is £10. Like I don't even understand how it works.
It's crappy airline.
Like either we're getting
Disgrace
fucked
to
here,
Ryans.
like we're getting super fucked, or like because you're just like, how could a flight be £10 and them still make money? Like there is something, but basically he's like, yeah, all our flights are like an hour, and I saw an interview with
People
him.
are less fat over there. Did you see that recently? That they said because of Ozempic drugs, flights are less.
Flights are cheaper. Yeah.
Then but because they had an okay point where they're just like, most of the people taking flights have some cash. Like you're not flying all over the place all the time if you're broke.
Yeah.
So majority of people on flights have some cash, and people that are fat that have some cash are taking Ozempic.
Right.
And the weight loss is
Less drag.
less
fuel.
drag, and they've actually changed some of the prices due to less
That's
fat people.
hilarious. Hey, that's some more money in our pockets, I guess.
It's just funny to say that when you see a fat person, you're like, you literally cost me $5.
Yeah. Like I'm subsidizing you right now.
Yeah.
In fuel costs.
You are though. It's true. When you see a guy on a flight and he's like 300 pounds, you're just like, I just gave you $1.
Like
You're
you
a panhandler.
Yeah, you should be allowed to just be like when they walk by, you just go.
You're welcome.
Yeah, welcome, fucking socialism, I guess. But the CEO of Ryanair did the current CEO, not named Ryan, did like some press conference today, and basically being like, yeah, Elon Musk called me a retarded twat. This is the CEO. He goes, yeah, he called me a retarded twat, which, yeah, I got 4 kids. They call me that all the time. And but basically, he's like, yeah, he wants us to put Starlink on our thing, and he's like, it costs like $300 million a year.
That's what the fight was about.
Because, like, I guess, which is crazy, like these tiny things can add up so much. But he's like, you have to put 2 Starlink terminals on the outside of the plane, and he's like, the extra drag that creates will literally, our fuel bills will go up like $250 million a year.
Okay.
And so he's like, he's like, maybe 5 or 10% of people would ever pay for the Wi-Fi on Ryanair because it's like the cheapest airline.
Cheap customers.
Like, yeah, cheap customers. He's like, nobody's gonna pay for it. So, anyways, but he's like, thank you, Elon Musk, because our bookings are up.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's like, a few percent bookings are up.
Well, they're gonna be up even more. So I posted a photo of me with the pilot outfit in front of a plane, Ryanair, saying that, I'm listening to the proposal. And then it kind of started going viral. And then Elon Musk he posted it and he commented, agreed.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a formal job offer.
That sounds like a job offer.
It sounds like a job offer.
I think you could sue him if he doesn't give you the job. Yeah, he does have to buy it first, though.
Only dude pilots. We're going to start right there.
Yeah, what else we got? Hot stewardesses.
That was my only one.
Hot stewardesses?
Yes, none of this.
Yeah, hot stewardess.
None of this mean gays.
Yeah. No mean gays. No gays at all. Well, lipstick lesbians are fine.
Some of the mean gays aren't actually mean. There was a gay the other day on the plane, and he killed me with kindness, and I've actually felt embarrassed.
Oh, really?
Well, okay.
He's just good at his job, I guess.
No, he walked by. And I'm with him. No, it's not. It didn't start like that. I'm nice to people.
Oh.
He walked by,
Nice.
and you know how he just kept scurrying by and bumping everyone. You know that, like where they come by and they just keep hitting everyone.
Yeah, well, that's normally the heavyset ladies with their big ass.
Right. Well, this guy was doing that, and he just kept he bumped me like 5 times, right? And then he was like, there was like a baby crying or something like that, and he like ran pretty fast and elbowed me in the face, and I was just like. And then just kept going.
Yeah.
Like elbowed me in the face. And I was there and I was just like pretty crazy that guy. And I was talking to the person next to me. I'm like pretty wild to not apologize for that. And then, and I'm kind of grumbling a little bit. I just got elbowed in the face pretty fast. And then he came by and he heard me grumbling. And then after he was doing whatever he was doing, he came by and he was like, hey, I'm really, really sorry. That was like my bad. Like, honestly, there was just like an emergency and I wasn't really thinking. And I'm like so sorry. I did not mean to do that. And I really, really apologize. And I was just like, all right, not that. I guess, yeah, maybe I overreacted a little.
Well,
but like,
someone who's about to be the CEO of an airline. That's
right. But
move.
no, he apologized in a way that made me feel, because I kind of said it loudly so he would hear it, like crazy to not apologize, something like that. But
at least you got your apology.
No, it was the opposite. I actually would have rather him been a dick because I kind of was mean. Like after that,
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to get elbowed in the head.
Yes, I agreed he shouldn't have done
Crazy he didn't realize
He just came back and he was so nice to me and made me feel like a dick.
Yeah,
That's all
yeah.
I'm
It
saying.
is crazy that he didn't realize he elbowed you.
He realized.
Oh.
Yeah, that's why I was mad.
He realized.
How do you not realize you elbow
I
someone
mean,
in the
I would
head?
just be like, apology not accepted. You elbowed me in the fucking head. And it's like,
Buddy,
I had to make a stink to get you to
I
apologize.
poured it on a little thick like a soccer player.
Ryan's up there. He elbowed me in the head.
I took a bit of a dive. I go,
You're like in the fucking aisle. Ah! Ah!
I'm suing.
Ryan gets off the fucking plane, like wheelchair, full neck brace. He elbowed me in the head.
I said,
You'll be hearing from my lawyer.
I said loudly, pretty crazy to not apologize for that. Sort of to the person
grabbed
next to
the
me, but
inter-
I was really talking to
You
everyone.
grab the intercom. You're just like, fucking guy elbows me in the head. Just full. Everyone in the plane was
rolling down the thing.
that
And
is-
I was,
yeah,
it was
I'd
one
be
of the,
pissed if I got elbowed.
do you know what I mean? You ever been in a
Yeah.
situation with a woman where you're in the right, and then you go too far, and
Right.
then it feels now you're in trouble. Now she's mad at you for your reaction,
Yeah,
and
of
you're
course, yeah, you're
like it's like I fucked up. Like I had a case to be
Yeah.
very like. I don't even know what the right word was.
you had a case
I was
to
the
be-
victim here.
Yeah, you were the victim, and then I kind of turned on.
He was so nice, and he wasn't pouring it on. He was a nice guy.
Yeah, it's like a comedian heckler interaction where like the comedian's too mean, and then
yeah,
and then
yeah,
the whole
yeah.
crowd turns on the comedian.
yeah.
Basically. Should have done it. See if you were.
This guy can't get any pussy ever, man. He's like, yeah, my wife just left me.
My wife died, and I'm still
Miss her every day. Fucking probably dig her up and fuck her.
fucking probably. A couple
I do
extra
actually go to her grave every day and
cry.
cry and deliver flowers. Cheap flowers, you're poor.
It's been very tough on the kids.
Yeah, no, we are
Oh,
having trouble. We are
kids.
struggling financially.
Ooh.
And if, they're really tough on the kids. Probably get a DNA test on those bad boys because your wife has been like a clock. She gets around. Yeah, but no, one of the kids she actually had with my brother, and it was one of the biggest problems. But through the Lord, we got through that. All right, guys, bring your host back up.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's gonna be nice, nice stewardesses, no grumpiness.
No grumpy stewardesses. No elbowing customers in the head.
Dude pilots, no fats. And you're not subsidizing the fat. The minute you get on the plane,
Oh, scales.
you step on a scale, it's carnival style Barker at the
Yeah.
front of every plane.
Yeah.
And he's got to have the voice too. That's part of the job. Just like if you want to be an auctioneer, you got to have the.
Oh, To bring the carnival thing in, which would be fun actually, because the airport's not the funnest place. If he guesses, he has to guess your weight, and like if he's way off, like you get some sort of discount on the flight.
I'll consider it, but what I'm thinking is not that because we're not going to be giving free tickets for people that were fat.
Well,
What's
you just get a good weight guesser, and that's not a problem. You get them straight from the carnival.
we might do weight guessing Fridays.
Yeah.
So
okay.
I'm not
Yeah, there you go. Weight guessing.
saying it's a
Fridays.
never.
Yeah, yeah.
That might be like a promotion. There's not going to
Yeah.
be some generally you get your weight
Yeah, that
guess
might
and you get a
slow things
prize.
down a little.
But what we will have is if you're over 250, where now that's going to cost more in fuel, it triggers a while you walk to the
Sure.
thing. So it triggers a boom, and then you have to walk over.
Maybe
with
like a
that music.
special weight drag like uniform is just a clown costume that they just have to put on for their something.
And you go, this will stop the.
this
Stop the drag.
reduces the drag if you wear this clown costume for the duration of your flight. Yeah.
As you're getting older, the T's going to drop a little bit. That's why I'm here to tell you about Mars Men.
Tea.
I use it every day. It comes where you heard about them. Please support our show. Tell them the Boys Cast sent you.
We're coming up with some good ideas here.
And this is starting in Davos right now, World Economic Forum. Danny obviously performed there one year. People
Yeah.
seen the video. But the divide between, America versus, Canada, Europe, and all this stuff.
The mid powers.
The mid powers, which the mid powers are doing funny moves a little bit, where they're just
Carney
like,
had a good speech actually.
no, but just to quickly,
Yeah.
they said that Europe was like, we're sending troops to Greenland. They sent 3.
3, yeah.
What was it? Greenland sent 1, UK sent 1 soldier, Finland sent 2, Norway sent 2, but they kind of announced we're sending people. But then they were like, oh, it's just for recon or whatever. But like, hilarious Europe
they
being
get,
like,
they get there. Yeah, it's still here.
still here.
Can we go down? This sucks. Freezing.
UK sent 1 military officer. The Netherlands is matching that number.
Oh, Trump trembling.
Finland and Sweden sent in 2 apiece. This does seem like you didn't want to make an announcement about that.
No. Another dog sled. Or
6
whatever.
guys get sent total, right?
Yeah.
But sorry, what were you saying?
Anyways,
You like Carney's speech?
Do you see it at all?
Yeah.
Did you see the clips? It was pretty good. It definitely. You're like, this is better than Trudeau. Who, if Trudeau gave that speech, you're like, you don't even know what you're saying right now.
Right.
Like someone wrote this for you. You have no.
Well, Carney's
clue
smart,
about-
Trudeau's
Yeah, Carney
dumb.
is really smart. But he very much was which I think is a good tact as long as he actually follows through on this, because there is certainly potential where he says all the shit and then does nothing.
Right. And explain what he said.
He was essentially just like the world order as we know it is over. He's like, it's done. He's like, people can pretend like, you know, you want the way there's like, you can accept the world for how it is or how you want it to be. But like, we're accepting the world for like how it is essentially. And, you know, all these middle powers need to make deals and, you know, like essentially that. But he's trying to be like, yeah, this is the world of the past is over. Like there was this notion of, you know, the rules-based international order, and he's like, but
which was kind of a fake truce.
Yeah, he's basically that was fake the whole time because the fact is that like the strong can do whatever the fuck they want, and we just have to tolerate it, and we all kind of knew it and went along with it, but it was kind of bullshit. Paraphrasing him, he didn't swear that much, but it was a good speech. But I guess we'll see what he does.
Yeah, so that is better than wallowing in activism, just being like, hey, this is what we're going to do. We're making the moves and contingencies.
Yeah, like 10 billion more for climate change initiatives. Like he very much is like, yeah, we're not none of that gay shit anymore. We're not doing any of that stuff.
We can't have
the question is it too little too late? I think it would be very bad. Steve Bannon has been going on this whole thing, which, you know, Steve Bannon probably has Trump's ear, you would think, at least at this point.
Yep.
But essentially, because, you know, Canada made this trade deal with China, which is literally interfered in Canadian elections as recently as 5 years ago or less. But they made this deal with China, and then Steve Bannon's like, you know, if they get Greenland, Canada's literally surrounded by the United States. What, like southwest and east, not obviously the north, but like he's like, yeah, if they're making deals with China, like we're going to treat them like Ukraine. Essentially, we're like China's on our border now. And if NATO somehow like gets dissolved, which possibly.
Okay, yeah, I understand.
Then Canada's just like a sitting duck.
They're just like, you can't be making deals with our enemies on our border.
From Canada's standpoint, you're like, well, what are we supposed to do? Like, and there is some element like the 4D chess, and I don't know if this is their plan all along, where they're like, yeah, we're going to force them to go make trade deals with China as further
so we can get mad at them.
Further pretext to be like, yeah, now we're like under attack from Canada via China. And then, like, you know, it gives them more kind of pretext to do some shit. So, not good.
They need to clean up their other stuff, too.
They need to fucking respect Wayne Gretzky in that country is what they need to do. Because we need to fucking turn shit around. There needs to be memorials to Wayne Gretzky all over the goddamn country until people fall in line.
Yeah, because there's some wacky stuff that's been going on in there.
Yeah.
I have a video. This is the land acknowledgement. I'll play it because I got my office computer here. So
Toronto City Council.
I put them all on my computer and forgot my new computer thing. But you saw it? The land acknowledgement?
The Toronto City Council?
Yeah.
The tax one? Or the real one?
Budget committee.
Oh, okay. I still don't know which one this is. I saw two different ones.
Okay.
Let's start the meeting in a good way by acknowledging first that the land we are meeting on is the traditional territory of many nations, including the Mississaugas of the Credit, the Anishinaabe, the Chippewa, the Haudenosaunee, and the Wendat peoples, and is now home to many diverse First Nations, Inuit, and Métis peoples. We also acknowledge that Toronto is covered by Treaty 13 with the Mississaugas of the Credit. I'm also going to make our African ancestral acknowledgement, and that is that the City of Toronto acknowledges all treaty peoples, including those who came here as settlers, as migrants, either in this generation or in generations past. And those of us who came here involuntarily, particularly those brought to these lands as a result of the transatlantic slave trade and slavery. We pay tribute to those ancestors of African origin and descent.
Anyways, we're raising your property taxes.
Anyways, we're doing tampons in the men's bathroom.
Yeah. No, this is the one I thought you might be referencing. This one was pretty fun.
Isn't that so?
Every time, yeah.
That's
I mean, again,
a minute before every meeting.
Every meeting, yeah. We're paying for it.
And Wayne Gretzky's bad?
And Wayne Gretzky's bad. This was great. This was a guy who went to like some Toronto City Hall, like where, you know, people get to talk or whatever to gripes. This was fucking, this guy was.
We'll put it on the screen. So you can just play it on there and I'll listen.
Oh, okay. This guy was legitimately a celebrity with the boys.
By acknowledging the people who fund this municipal enterprise, the Toronto taxpayer. Let's reflect and remember that every word spoken in this chamber, every light bulb, and every salary paid, including those of city councillors, is funded almost entirely by the hard work and earnings of taxpayers and property owners.
Shout
Nearly
out to
all of the
taxpayers.
city's $18.9 billion budget comes directly from them. We acknowledge that while taxpayers and property owners have endured an almost 20% increase in the last 3 years, only a small and insulated group decides how much of their income is expropriated to sustain a burgeoning municipal bureaucracy that continues to grow regardless of outcomes and results. We pay respect to those taxpayers because without them, this institution could not indulge in ideological excesses like renaming streets and public
It's the other
squares.
way.
Yeah, he's the other. He's
Roads
doing a
with
taxpayer. He's
inferior
basically doing a tax.
environmentally-
He's like, your stupid land acknowledgements. Let's acknowledge the taxpayer who funds this nonsense. That guy probably got back to the fucking burbs with his boys. He goes, "You're a legend, man." And they keep going to like the counselors, and they're just like, "What the fuck? Like, what is this?"
Taxpayer landing on
Yeah,
pretty
taxpayer land acknowledgement, solid. I saw that today.
funny. Yeah, it's funny.
Yeah, it's funny.
Yeah, he definitely went back to
Ah, legend.
the Wolf of Wall Street style. Came back. Yeah,
yeah.
Fireworks going off.
They're like, "I can't believe you did that, man.
Yeah.
Such balls."
Canadian woman tells city she can't mow her grass because it's violence and violates her religion.
Okay. Oh, this is in Burlington too, actually.
Yeah,
This is
yeah,
my
yeah.
hometown.
Do it, and that is the equivalent of being like, I don't wipe for religion.
Yeah.
She's like,
Yeah, she goes, "It's my religion." She goes, "I like bunny rabbits."
yeah. So it just has this like insane garden, and they're they don't know what to do about it. Police arrest. Canadian police arrest. There was a robbery. 4 people were charged. Patel, and Patel. 5.
Sounds like a law firm.
5 individuals located at the scene were placed on arrest.
Well, it's just a couple brothers fucking doing some crime.
I don't think they were all brothers.
No, maybe not.
Oh, yeah. And then just a little funny thing is that
And that's the top cast. It is fun. I was thinking about that when I read that, where I go, because that's like the top cast, and then it is funny because like Indians, complain about like obviously like the the racism towards them or whatever. Because like you guys love a caste system. Well, you just happen to be the lowest caste when you come.
it's bizarro world.
Yeah,
for
it is
them.
kind of bizarre. They're like, well, no, we're the top of the cast.
That must be infuriating.
Yeah, but
when
then-
people are just like, oh, yeah, thinking somehow low, and you're just like, we're the top dogs.
Yeah,
pal.
there. But they're like, don't complain about the caste system here. You're like, you guys love a caste system.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we did. You go, we were wrong. In hindsight, we were wrong. We shouldn't have done that.
But they're not. That's not really what's happening. They're taking over cities. They're flourishing.
No, they're
I don't
doing-
know.
they're
Indian
doing
dudes are
well.
flourishing.
Yeah, but I mean, in these instances with the Patels,
And then also,
sullying the Patel name.
when they turned off the internet in Iran, there was like a ton of accounts that were promoting
I know,
different
that
things
just
that
went
got shut
dark.
down.
Yeah.
Like there was all these random ones, like a pro-Scottish account, like pro-Scottish independence account that was like really big that got shut down. It was interesting because of the thing where they go, all these accounts were in India and Scotland, or India and different places, but Iran had all these, drumming up controversy
Yeah, of
accounts that all got
course.
shut down. and-
Everybody's doing shit. Did you see the Desi Banks thing?
No, I actually did not. What is that?
So Desi Banks, he's like a big comedian, has a Netflix special. So this is from Gray Zone News. It's like, I think, what's his face, who we were just talking about, Brazilian guy. I can't remember anybody's names anymore. The journalist. Yeah, we have him on the show.
Greenwald.
Greenwald, right. I think he writes for them. And so Desi Banks has like an LLC in Atlanta that was used to put Google ads out that they're like, and I don't know if they're tied to the Mossad. This is like their editorializing, I guess, but there was one essentially being like from Desi Banks's company.
Well, maybe he got hacked.
But it maybe Desi Banks.
That's what they do. They hack people's Facebooks, and that's like literally.
Yeah,
what
and
they
maybe
do.
that's what it was. But because Desi Banks is right now, like people are like turning on him on Twitter. All these people being like, "Yo, you like support?"
What's he saying?
He's like, I don't know what the fuck you guys are talking about.
Well, then he
like,
probably got hacked.
Yeah, like I'm looking into this, but essentially all these like pro-Iran ads were getting posted from Desi Banks. I don't know if it's from his account, but it was from his like Google AdSense or his AdWords account, basically being like, are you an Iranian? Do you have Iranian family? Like, come join us to like take down the regime. And they were being served in like 20 different countries, but they were originating from his account. So then Google shut his account down, so he can't run ads anymore. And he's trying to be like, yeah, I don't know what's going on. And all these people are like, you fucking Zionist shill, just like there's not enough money for you, blah blah blah, like turning on him. It's pretty crazy.
By the way, us talking about the Iran thing, I've had a lot of, because Toronto's got a bunch of Iranian
Oh
people,
yeah,
right?
the Persians.
I've dated probably like 3 Iranian
Yeah,
chicks,
yeah,
like
that's true.
fairly.
Dated
It wasn't,
like
no,
three Iranian.
it was more Indian was my
Yeah, but
type.
sometimes
obvious-
they match up.
Obviously,
Sometimes they match up on the color wheel.
I know for sure, but it's not like I think it's unfair to say that the Middle Eastern chicks were my type because they were less. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I did, yes. Probably there was probably 3 that broke the 4-month mark of like kind of. Okay, so and obviously tons of our friends were that. I got messages this long from multiple different people saying the opposite thing.
Of what?
Well, one of the things, and very hyped up, being like, I'm trying to inform you of what's happening. One side is this regime is the worst in the world. You don't understand. You don't understand how bad they are. They need to be taken down. Anything that happens to take down, they're the worst. They're liars. Like every time you see something and being like, it's actually more modern now. No, that's all propaganda. Anyone, they put people in jail for anything. It's a nightmare. And then the other side, same thing, multiple of these, just being like, hey, just so you know, like, this is Western propaganda and Mossad propaganda that Iran.
Flood the zone.
They say, well, what if in America, like protesters killed 300 cops? Like, what the fuck do you think would happen to those protesters? And that regime's bad, but this is all all of this stuff's bullshit, and it's just to get the guy out. And these protesters are all kind of Israel plants.
Yeah, of course. Which I've heard.
We've all heard these arguments, but I'm saying like hyped up, aggressive, complete opposite sides. I was given both.
And these were Persian people who were sending you that, the Mossad one?
Well, Persian, what do you mean by that?
Well, because generally, like, people who are, actual Iranians, I haven't heard any Iranian.
Persian is how they're just the term they use to sound sexy.
Oh, I guess, or whatever. But, like, Iranian.
Persian is straight up, like, I say I'm Persian because it sounds sexy.
And also because people are like, you're Arab? And they go, no.
Sort of.
We're Persian.
Yeah, Persian has, like, a sexy connotation, like the way Brazilians do, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's like Persian's like, ooh.
Because any of the Iranian, anything I know, like Canadian Americans, they're all the first one being like, this is a repressive regime, it's worse than you think. And then I've seen a lot of like pro-Palestine people who are like, yeah, this is all like Mossad propaganda.
Right, but there's some Iranian people that are
that's what I'm asking. Are they Iranian?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
You know him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Don't want their name said.
No, we don't need to get that smoke.
Yeah, it's people you know.
Okay.
But like, anyways, yeah, it's just interesting to, that like the complete opposite is, just like anything else.
Yeah, it's hard to tell what's what.
But you're right. The Palestine thing has a big play. Like the Venn diagram of people that are Iranian. I know it's Iranian. I say Iranian is whatever. But like
you're in America now. That's what we say here.
Yeah, I mean exactly.
it's Iran.
The Venn diagram of the people that were like, no, it's all propaganda, it's not that bad, and the Venn diagram of people that are pretty into supporting Palestine is a circle.
Big, yeah.
I think it's a circle.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
In Spain, they did a Stephen Hawking's festival.
Love this. Love this.
So funny.
Yeah, just all fucking roll. They see me roll. Someone's got to put that song over this. They see me rolling.
I'll just put it on. We'll just put it on the screen for a second so people can see. But they were it was kind of doing like a stunt.
Yeah.
And they kind of said it was satire, but at the end of the day, they were raising money for ALS. And everyone dressed up like Stephen Hawking's and did a Stephen Hawking's wheelchair. Yeah. And then they went. So some people didn't love it. And they got a bit of pushback.
Did they know that he went to Epstein Island? Kind of bad look.
I don't think. No, they did not. We're not factoring that in. This was all. He's ALS. Let's all dress up as ALS, raise money or whatever. And it's in Spain, but like, it's funny doing like, you can imagine if me and you were trying to raise money for Parkinson's and we all dressed up like Michael J. Fox in Back to the Future and we're shaking.
Yeah.
People would be like, "What the fuck?"
Look,
raising money for Down syndrome, and we're all gonna. You're wearing a helmet. Yeah, come on.
Yeah,
but hilarious. The imagery is wild.
Hilarious. Yeah, it is wild.
And then quickly, I do want to get to these articles where we do the hardest part of having large breasts, but the Australia anti-Semitism thing was one of the craziest things of all time. You know that.
Which one was this one?
You don't know.
There's so many going on. I'm sure I know it. Just
Australian woman pocket dialed.
Oh, pocket dialed. Yeah, that one's fucking
She
crazy.
pocket dialed someone.
And they're trying to be like she's like some kind of autistic or whatever thing. So they were trying to say like she has something, and then they're like, yeah, she just like pocket dialed this woman and heard gunshots, and then this woman Jewish woman took it as a death threat.
Yeah, the Jewish woman heard a thing, and it was just like in the background. She thought she heard gunshots, went and reported to the police. So basically,
Crazy that you went to report to the police, and then they're like, yeah, a crime definitely happened here.
Yeah, how are the police
like
not?
this is getting past so many layers, like checks and balances here. Like
Yeah.
it should be like, yeah, this is. And he goes, no, it wasn't.
Get a real country, Australia. What are you doing? Get your shit in check. Same with
Hey
Canada.
man, they're doing it fucking in Miami Beach. There was this woman who like basically said that the mayor of Miami Beach is like, you know, pro genocide, basically like in a Facebook post, and then they just like showed up at her door. Cops showed up at her door, basically being like Canada style, being like, what's this? And she's like, is this a crime? And they're like, no, they were very much like, it was very much like that Canada during COVID,
Okay.
where they're like, no, not a crime. We would hate if, you know, something bad were to happen from someone reading this. And she's like, get the fuck out of here.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think Miami is the perfect example because Tate and Sneeko and all those guys were playing Hail Hitler in the club.
Yeah.
And I'm sure
And
there was.
they got banned from every restaurant in America.
How do you get banned from every restaurant? They're not all owned by the
Seems
same
like-
person. Are they? Is that? I don't get it. I saw Sneeko post that, and he was just like, "Oh, the guy told him he's like banned from all these places,"
Yeah.
but you're just like, they're not all one restaurant.
No, he was like, you're banned from like Dave Grutman's like all his restaurants and
I guess a few guys, and they're all boys probably too.
Yeah, and you know there are some guys who are like, yeah, I have like a restaurant empire of all these like hot restaurants. You're like, obviously you can go to fucking, you know, Denny's. You're not banned from Denny's.
But you're banned from. Yeah, I guess Miami like club scene is
Yeah,
probably
like-
tight knit.
Yeah, and they're just like, but again,
But I'm just saying, okay, that's just like people.
that's different. This is the government.
The government is.
Yeah, like that actually.
Australia, you
know,
pocket dial a guy and you're in crime and
Yeah,
you're in jail for anti-Semitism.
Yeah, the idea that but again, she provided here's the voicemail, and they listen to it. They go, that's a crime.
yeah, you're
nobody
right.
talking. Like they listen to her voicemail and they go, yeah, that's definitely a crime.
Yeah, they just have the procedures set that they're like, we got to bring her in and do this, and you're just like, grow a brain.
Crazy. I'm like, do you think this is helping?
Rule followers.
Do you think this is helping though? Is really the question. You go, got it. Less anti-Semitism. now.
Solved it, yeah.
Solved it. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so that one's mental.
Yeah.
Okay, so Huffington Post did this one where they women share the most annoying and irritating parts of having large breasts. But later, after that, they also tried, like, this is, you know how CBS and some of these places are like, oh, we want to be more, less partisan? I guess, I don't know if an operative came down, but they go, we're also going to do one of the guys and why it's hard to have a big dick. Finally, an article about us.
Yeah.
Finally, an article about the
One
boys.
for the boys. One for the boys.
They both sound like humble brags.
Yeah.
Women share the most annoying and irritating parts of having large breasts, which all of it sounds like humble brags. I just have a few here. No matter what I wear, I always get your boobs are so huge. I'm currently 19 years old, triple D cups. No matter what I wore, it was your boobs are so huge. Eventually, the phrase became redundant, and I got tired of hearing it and wearing things that exposed my chest, draw too much attention to it. I had this one female coworker who would always say my breasts are so big and how she wished she had mine. So it's like basically everywhere I go, I have to hear "awooga."
Yeah, some of them was like, because they're like all the complaints and frustrations. There's a couple women who are like, yeah, bras are kind of expensive.
Bras are a little more expensive.
Yeah,
a lot of fabric.
I think your bras kind of pay for themselves. Okay? Let's just do the accounting.
Not for
at
me,
the-
pal.
Let's do the accounting at the end of the year and just see if that's maybe that was a net positive or negative here.
Laying down, it feels like you have a small elephant on your chest, keeping you from breathing, having hard trouble breathing. I'd love to see the size of these women because, you know, there is some of them where they're just like, I can't breathe or walk upstairs because of my breasts. You're like, also the other 300 pounds.
Yeah, exactly. You go, what's the waist to Like
Right.
ratio. What's the ratio that we're working with here?
Yeah, yeah. You go, oh, I
Yeah,
can't buy clothes to
I'm
my
a
breast
40.
and also the rest of my body.
Yeah, like are you a 40-40-40? That's a tough ratio. Just like a fucking refrigerator at that
They
point.
keep me from golfing. that one I've said fair.
Yeah,
that's the only
fair.
one I was
That
like
is
fair.
fair.
Yeah,
But there's
yeah.
that fucking chick Paige, whatever her name is.
She's got
like
big ones. She golfs.
big influencer, golf influencer. She's got big melons. She
Interesting.
figures it out.
I think the golfers fuck with me because I always have golfers add me.
Yeah, she figures it out.
I got to do a meeting with my cousin, second cousin,
Oh, who's the golfer?
Taylor Pendrith.
Oh, right. Oh, right. Oh, I know Taylor Pendrith.
Yeah, he's on the PGA.
Yeah, he's on the PGA Tour.
But he's second cousin.
Oh, that's cool.
Like, Pete, who is in Walk Off the Earth?
Yeah, yeah.
That's like his cousin, I'm pretty
Oh,
sure.
okay.
Like, that's my,
Let's fucking get
My
us tickets to a
dad.
PGA.
my dad's mom's side.
Yeah,
I
he's a
guess.
good golfer. Ken's got a lot of good golfers.
Well, I've never met the guy.
Ah, well, fucking you got an intro.
Well, yeah.
They do some content. Golf content's big, man. A lot of money in the golf content.
We're thinking.
Dude, I live golf.
But I'm just saying, there's golf in my extended genes.
Yeah.
Like-
Not in your jeans. I've
But
seen you
and I
golf.
also think the golfers fuck with me. It's UFC players and golfers
Yeah.
add me a lot.
Yeah, I have a lot of fighters who follow me.
yeah,
Yeah, I get that a lot.
But they keep me from golfing and blah blah blah. So that was it was their standard, right? They didn't have really any.
They keep
good
me from
ones.
golfing. Do you want to golf? Not really, but
Yeah, exactly. But now, I just think they thought it was so funny that now they're doing the male one to be even.
Right.
And they said, what people with big penises bring up most in therapy? I don't talk about mine in therapy.
dude, going to fucking therapy for your fucking hog is crazy. What are you in therapy for? I go, I just have to talk through my big piece. It's just tough.
Yeah, F right off.
Yeah. No, thank you, HuffPo.
Research even suggests in some sports environments, players with large penises are idolized by their teammates as symbols of masculinity, becoming a focal point for camaraderie and team bonding. Now, I want to see if this is written by a guy or a woman.
Yeah, this is probably a fucking.
is written by a woman?
Okay.
Is this not a woman watching men like animals?
Yeah.
Like, it's like studying men like you don't understand them. Like, it appears that as per my research, some men are idolized as like because the guy walked in and they're like, "Fucking, this guy's packing heat, eh?"
Packing her.
Yeah, and they're just like, it appears that a social pecking order, no pun intended, has been. It's like the least understanding of men ever.
Yeah.
It becomes a focal point for camaraderie and team bonding. Like the guy's bonding over the guy's big fucking dick. What are you talking about?
Dick. So like up on the chair.
Yeah. We're being brought together because his piece is so big.
big.
What are you talking about?
He's got the wrench of all wrenches.
Dude, they're literally watching men like animals, being like, that's a stick to end all sticks. Yeah. Penetration is an issue many clients raise. The average vaginal canal only about 2 to 4 inches in length. So Danny's halfway there. So the penis is much longer. It can bump against the cervix, which can be uncomfortable or painful. Oral sex comes from its own set of challenges, such as choking or triggering the gag reflex.
that sucks.
Yeah, all of it just sounds like sex.
Ah, terrible. Terrible.
You go to it's fucking, if it has a female therapist, it sounds like you're trying to pick her up.
Yeah.
Where you're just like, what do you want to talk about? Honestly, the piece is just too fucking
Dude,
big.
Big this mascara was running.
Also,
She's
I've been having
choking
trouble
on it.
I've been having trouble sitting down because I have too much.
Did we talking about ice? Oh God. Normie opinions.
money in my wallet, so I'm just getting back problems. I have a lot of issues right now.
A lot of issues, yeah.
Yeah,
That transmission went out on the Lambo. It's tough.
talking to so see if you're talking to a female and you're just like, yeah, I've been having a really rough day because every time I get head, the girl's choking. It's fucking
I
crazy.
feel bad. I just hate seeing them
And
like
if you're
that.
talking to a guy, you're rubbing it in.
Yeah, of course. Just like, yeah, I just hate seeing them like that. You know?
Yeah, I'm a feminist. I don't like to see
Yeah, I
them
don't
in
like seeing
pain.
them fucking struggling on that thing. You know, it's just.
They're making all these noises. You probably haven't even heard noises like that. And honestly, I just wish I could have sex with you, man. Just peaceful. The fuck?
All right, Huffo.
Yeah, every time I pull it out, they're always just like, whoa. And, again, you've never had to deal with that, but it's worse than you think,
Yeah,
man. That
you know,
sticks with
I'm
me.
more than that.
Yeah, I'm more than that. On the one hand, they feel pressure to live up to the societal expectations of impressive sexual performances. On the other, they're worried about hurting their partner.
Sure.
Yeah.
Really big
Sure.
worry.
Yeah, big worry.
Oh, I'm so worried about hurting you. Chris Robinson had a great joke about that because it's a comic from Toronto, Black Guy, and he would be like, whenever I'd be with a girl, she's like, "Oh, you're gonna fucking destroy me," and he's like, "I'll try."
Yeah.
It's like pretty just average. He goes, "I guess I'll try."
Give it a shot. I just say when they'd be like, "Oh, what do you want me to do to you?" It's like whatever you did the last guy's kind of fine. I just, whatever
Just
you
do your 3 things.
whatever you
Game's on
normally
in
do.
10 minutes.
Yes, I do not need
Yeah.
you hanging from the lampshade. I call it an empathetic injury. Every time your partner winces or says, "Wait, that hurts," you're absorbing a micro trauma.
You're
Macro
absorbing
trauma.
the mic. She's like, "Ah, ow." You're like, "Yeah, this hurts me."
I have fucking micro trauma.
Micro trauma.
Yeah, your girl being like, "My boss yelled at me." You think that's bad? I have micro trauma because every time fucking I've ever had
I
sex in
mean,
my life, a girl says that hurts.
Size queens exist.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, maybe you need a special dating app for size queens and big pieces.
Size queen dating app. Magner.
Yeah, man, just spitballing here.
Impressive sexual. On the other hand, they're worried about hurting their partner. These men carry around the weight of having hurt
Yeah.
someone they've loved
Damn right
over
they
and
do.
over with their own body. Shut the fuck up.
I would be shocked if that guy exists at all.
This is. I think I need some sad music for this one.
Yeah.
The men carry around the traumatic experience of having hurt a partner they love.
My piece is just so big, and I just love her so much. And just to see her wince every time I just stick the tip in, it's just makes me so upset. It just makes me so sad.
I take a look in the mirror. Just wanted to have sex. Wanted to pleasure her. Wanted to see her happy. She's making noises I can't even heard. The neighbors think there's a problem in here because she's screaming so loud, and I'm going to carry that the rest of my life. At a funeral, I give this speech. I say, I also know what it's like to experience pain. Joe was a good guy, and I do want to say that we're all sad to see him, but that's not the only pain I'm experiencing. My piece is so big that I'm experiencing. Hey, hey!
Yeah.
Hey!
Hey, knock it off again.
Here's the
Stop
try-
doing this. Stop eulogizing guys.
I'm
like that.
not done!
I'm not done.
I'm not done! Get your fucking hands off me, okay? I'm not done my speech! It's 12 inches if it's an inch. Peace, pecker, hammer. All names that I've been called to describe my massive anaconda.
I just wish I didn't hurt these women. I know some of them like it, but
She's
that
in
hurts
pain.
me too.
Yeah. That hurts me too.
Yeah.
I'm constantly
Their
hurt.
performative joy. I know that.
Some of them pretend they like it, but I
know
know
that.
they're in pain.
Yeah, they're just trying to be nice to me.
I'm just constantly just walking around like Ben Affleck, micro traumas all over the place.
Micro trauma. Micro mental trauma is crazy.
Micro mental trauma
Those
as
add
a
up.
dude because your fucking hammer's too big.
Those add up, Ryan.
Yeah, they do add
That
up.
makes a full trauma at some point.
Yeah. At some point, you're experiencing a full pie of trauma.
Yes, whole trauma. It's like, it's so weird. I keep traumatizing her, but she keeps calling me back. I don't get it. It's like, I've been traumatizing you so much. She
The
goes,
woman has Stockholm syndrome.
yeah, she's like, it's literally fucking Cockholm syndrome. Call me back.
Cockums.
I can't even do every position. What position you can't do? I'd like to stand up while I put her legs down and then sort of pile drive it from the top. Is she talking to your therapist? Love to pile drive it from the top, but last time I
Yeah.
did it, she kind of said, don't go all the
She
way in.
winced a little, so... she asked me to do it, but she did wince.
Yes, and I can't even do my favorite position, which is me hanging from a bar. I put a sex bar in my house, and then I push it down, and then I do one arm chin ups, also really strong, and I do one arm chin ups and just sort of down into her, and I go all the way in. And
That is traumatic.
Yeah.
For you.
that is traumatic
you.
for you. Mitchell explained what might look like performance anxiety is actually a trauma response. Well, this is crazy where he's saying he's bad at sex because he
Yeah, I can't get it up. This is fucking too big.
well, that's not, you just be like, I don't have enough blood.
Were people complaining about how nothing's affordable, but immediately say how Trump is taking away childcare? Why wouldn't you be pissed at the state level stuff first? Yeah. It's one thing I always try to do is try to think of how it affects me specifically. Like, there's so many state things that affect like your actual life and like how you operate in your real world. But I think people just like the headline stuff because it's entertaining. You should ask that. You should be asked, like, oh yeah, what's that do? What have you suffered from? Lack of child care. The last time, Debbie. She probably knows somebody who's worried about it. That tends to be how it gets a little sucked into people.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, you can do the blood thing, but he's trying to be like, no, it's a mental thing. It's all the
I know I'm going to hurt you.
Yeah.
My body won't put blood in there to prevent you from getting hurt.
Yeah.
Their nervous system's trying to prevent harm. Guilt rewires your brain to see intimacy as dangerous. And anxiety kicks in before sex even starts, triggering a stress response that redirects blood away from your genitals. So he's kind of saying that.
Yeah, he's kind of saying that.
My body knows.
Yeah, but in like a chick way, he's saying it. Yeah, it's not like a protecting you thing. It's more like a mental trauma.
He's saying it's the equivalent of we're going to get in an argument and I'm going to take the bullets out of my gun because I can't trust myself. That's what my brain is doing with the blood. It's like, listen, buddy, I can send that blood over there, but you know.
I'm saving you from yourself right now.
Saving you from hurting her.
Sure, bud. This guy's fucking... I don't know if they put his email in here, but he's like, oh, it's weird. I did this whole thing about how my dick's too big and my email fucking box is just full of chicks.
Yeah. I actually have some literature I want to send you. What is it? Massive Hammer Dan at 454.
Just if anybody just wants to reach out with similar problems.
And yeah. And condolences.
All chicks fucking subject line, destroy me, daddy.
Also, this is the best part of it. Others might finish in seconds because their bodies are trying to escape the threat.
That's what I say.
That's what I say, too.
My fucking body's just trying to escape the threat, you know?
Imagine after you finish, you pull this article out and you go, look it, I'm
telling you.
This is what I have.
Yeah, this is like a biological response here.
My body is looking out for you.
Yeah.
By finishing in 2 seconds. You're welcome.
So if you could just look out for me and go make me a snack.
I've done something for you.
Now, if you'd like to repay the favor, I'm a little peckish.
I came in 4 seconds in order to prevent you going to the hospital. Now, I am hungry.
What is for dinner?
The threat. Either way, Mitchell is pretty funny because Mitchell's he's being quoted in this article being like, I can't get it up, I can't come quick, and it's all because my brain knows that I'm hurting the girl.
He definitely read the article. He's like, where the fuck is my last name in here?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
The shame of having a big penis. Everyone tells them they're lucky. They should feel confident, says Mitchell. But then, what actually shows up in the session is loneliness. You can't talk about being scared of hurting the person you love because it sounds absurd to most people, so they internalize it, and that shame ends up being a real barrier. There's no one I can talk to. I'm solo, alone in this big Python journey. I was having a conversation with another man. He said he had similar problems, and I said, "How big's your piece?" He said 10. I said, "You don't even fucking know the half of what I'm dealing with." This fucking 10-inch micro Peter thinks he understands the trauma that I'm going out of at a 12-inch piece. He doesn't even know when to start. I've seen a therapist 8 times a week.
Yeah.
What ends up happening, says Mitchell, is that often their partner senses something is wrong, but then they wrongly assume it's about them or attraction or commitment, never realizing it's about fear. The fear of my fucking 12-inch python. The real problem stays invisible and it gets worse.
I don't know about invisible.
Baby, it's not that you're 400 pounds. I'm just too hung.
Yeah, I'm just too hung. I don't know what to tell you.
Tortured artist.
Yeah. Not buying it.
Yeah, so that's something else.
That's the kind of slop they like to make for...
This is when they start doing it for men, what it looks like. Men have problems too. Like this guy with the biggest piece in the West.
Yeah. A lot of comments on this.
What are some of the comments saying?
Yeah.
Me too, brother.
Me
Michael
too,
Peterson.
brother.
Ditto.
The greatest problem I have is preventing my partners from fainting. The magnificence of my architecture has a most profound effect. The word worship jumps to mind. And that reverie, that trance-like detachment is apparently too much for the conscious mind.
Anyway, here's my email.
Yeah, it's true. I don't think this is getting any
Yeah, I
more
don't think
comments
so
on
either.
here. That was just the top comment.
Yeah, hilarious. Anyways, we have more Boys Cast Patreon.
Lots more.
Make sure
A
you
lot of more
subscribe.
micro traumas on the Patreon.
Yeah, there's going to be some trauma on the Patreon. This is patreon.com/theboyscast. We got a bunch of boys there. We got a group chat. People are sending articles. People can message, and I respond to things on the Patreon if you have questions.
Good time.
We will see you guys next week.
Later.
Comrades and Patriots, slightly early episode of the Boys Cast, getting it out.
There's a woman who's addicted to vabbing. And if you don't know what that is, I suggest that you scroll and find out what that is on your own, because I just cannot explain what that is on this app right now. But she says that she's addicted to it, and her backstory is that she's never been in a relationship, and she figured, you know what, let me try vabbing, and maybe that'll help draw a potential boyfriend, husband, whatever. Now, just taking a look at this girl and hearing her talk and explain herself, I can see why she doesn't have a relationship, and it has nothing to do with the need to be vabbing. Like, it has nothing to do with that. I feel like people don't work on social skills, and they try all this weird stuff to get a partner when it's not that hard. It's not hard to get a man to like you. Men are easy. Men are absolutely easy. There's no need to be doing nastiness like that to get a man. I would probably understand you a little bit more if you were like girl on girl and you were trying to get like a woman to like you. Like, you know, like we take a little bit more to get, but a man, girl, like a man.
So a lot of you guys are probably asking, what the hell is vabbing?
True.
That's what I came out of this video. Vabbing? What is that? And curiosity, you know, they say it killed the cat, but I don't give a damn about that shit, okay? I had to find the video. I had to find out what the hell vabbing was. And I found it out. And I'm a little bit speechless.
My name's Cassie, and I'm addicted to vabbing. You put 2 fingers up there. I stick my fingers in my and I rub it on my face so that people can smell my pheromones. Do it again. Okay. If I can't fab, I am spraying the mist that I made. And yeah, this is like months worth of like secretion. I do it because I feel like maybe someone will walk by and say, oh, hey, like, you know, you smell good. Like, how are you? I don't think I smell like vagina. I don't know, but I don't think I do because no one has ever said that I did.
So, it's your first time clicking on the channel. Okay, you've seen the title and you've seen the thumbnail and it interested you, so you click.
I missed a bunch. Work sucks. Had to rewind, so wait for me. Okay.
The video. You had no idea what to expect when it came to this addiction. And you're seeing a woman talk about how she likes to stick her hands up herself and spray it all. And you're thinking, wait a minute, this don't even sound right. What the hell's going on here? And here's the thing. Your assumptions, they're so incredibly wrong, because this isn't a woman. No. I'm actually a bit confused. This is some sort of a demon. I just don't know what demon it is. This is the first time I'm stumped. I don't know what. I might have to check the demonology books. I might have to do some research, because I don't know what this is. But this is a demon. For that's one thing I do though. This ain't normal.
Well, why? Did you turn me on a little bit? No. The moment I placed my hands over my client's crown chakra, her father came through on the right side of her energetic field. His message was clear and heartfelt. He expressed deep remorse for not being emotionally available to her. I was then guided to her solar plexus, where the wound of abandonment revealed itself. I saw her hiding through her childhood, learning early how to survive rather than feel safe to be seen. Her 3 lower chakras were active, pulling her energy downward and preventing her upper chakras from fully opening. This created an energetic imbalance that showed up as living in her masculine more than her feminine, overgiving, people-pleasing, and a disconnection from her heart. As I moved into her womb space, I saw an energetic cord being removed by Archangel Michael. At the same moment, my left knee began to ache, guiding me into a past relationship she was still holding on to, one that was keeping her from fully stepping forward in her life. After the session, my client shared she had never met her father before, and that she has spent years giving endlessly while rarely receiving anything in return. It was beautiful to witness how much lighter she felt as the release took place, a softening, a return, a reminder that she no longer has to carry what was never hers to hold.
What did you say about Archangel Michael? You're here doing chakra like you're Naruto or something. And then you bring an Archangel involved?
So if you had to put one on a scale higher than the other, do you think women get BBLs because more or less they
For
want the high
financial
value?
stability, yeah,
Okay,
to be with the that got the money because he got the bad bitch on his arm. That's the society we live in. We gotta be honest. Women love security. I'm a woman. I have to be honest.
Yo, somebody get this young lady a round of applause being honest.
Yeah.
Getting a BBL for financial security is one of the craziest things I've ever heard. It's weird because these famous guys, they do like it for some reason. I wonder if they actually like it, or if like the other guys like it and they're just like, oh, because everybody else likes it, I gotta like it as well. Cause I'll be real, I haven't seen many BBLs that look good. Maybe it's just me. I don't get it. Now you got women out here getting BBLs for financial security. What the hell?
If the DS puts me up against a woman, I don't think I could do that. That's mentally tricky.
For 10. Australian Olympic swimming champion, Emily.
The guy's got John, come on. This is a man right here that is a true feminist. Truly believes in equality.
I'm just gonna come and say this straight because I don't know what girl decided to go and say it's okay for a man to put his hands on a woman after she slaps him or whatever. No, a woman's obviously done that because she feels disrespected. That doesn't give a man a right, knowing he has more power and is stronger than a woman, to do that to her. No, you got that all wrong. The fuck?
The funny thing about videos like this is that these women will admit they are physically inferior to a man, but then try to justify it. As men, it's something we can't understand because we know strength and power dynamics between men. I wouldn't hit someone like me, for example, because I don't know how that will go, right? If I'm back to no corner, whatever the case is, okay, I gotta do other. But if I'm in a debate with my equal, for example, and he disrespects me, my first instinct isn't gonna be to hit him. Firstly, because I just have like self-control, and I'm not that type of person. I can use my words. But also, I don't know what could happen. That nigga could know martial arts or something. Taekwondo, jiu-jitsu. You as a woman, 5 foot, nothing. 100 and nothing pounds, looking at a grown man. Just because you were disrespected, you think you could put hands on him. That's so insane.
How many times would you say you've had sex with a guy for the first time and you didn't use a condom?
Well, the thing is, a nigga can't count that much.
I got
I never use condom because I'm allergic to latex.
Okay.
So I be out here raw dogging it. You feel me? Yeah. Like, give me the STDs, nigga. I want it all.
What the hell is going on? What's going on? Oh my god.
Oh, Eve, that's okay. Oh, Eve, but Adam? That okay. Judas and Adam, but not Eve. Like Adam and Eve, they both commit the same sin. Judas intentionally betrays Jesus. I really just don't see how you're coming to this conclusion. It just seems so misogynistic to me, bro. Is Eve somehow worse for being a victim of deception when Judas intentionally betrayed Jesus? How is that like? The even crazier part is that Adam and Eve committed the same sin, but somehow Adam is okay, but Eve isn't. It's very odd. Very, very odd. And I don't want to jump to any conclusion. There could just be something I'm missing. There could be something that I'm misinterpreting. But this conclusion seems very misogynistic.
I'm going to jump to a conclusion, okay? And I feel like this is the first time I've ever said this on my channel. But this was misogynistic, okay? And it was hilarious. The fact that Judas, one of the worst Negroes of all time, but Eve, you're done with that bitch. Yo, nothing to do with Eve. That's insane. And, you know, when you bring up religion and politics and stuff, people, you know, whatever you say, there's going to be people that disagree, right? When you actually deep it, what Adam and Eve done in the Bible is the equivalent of when your child disobeys you, your 2-year-old disobeys you. Yeah, they're disobeying you, but they have no idea what they're doing. Adam and Eve had no idea. They didn't eat from the tree yet. They had no idea what good or bad was. Just like a 2-year-old has no idea what good or bad is. So the fact that you don't want nothing to do with Eve. Like, fuck that bitch. But Judas, and you're cool with Adam. You're cool with Adam. That's where it's like, okay, if Adam and Eve, you're done with them, like, they messed it up for everyone. You're like, they messed it up for everyone. Ban them. But it's just Eve.
Apparently Australian men don't eat pussy. I thought I was having a unique experience. Based off of my last video, seems to be the general consensus. Because why are other women telling me that they've had the same experience? Women are suffering out here. If you're not eating pussy, enlighten me. What are you doing? If you want to be with a man, just be with a man. Every Australian couple that I see, I look at the man, I'm like, what's going on? The worst part is when I went to Australia and found this out with the guy that I was seeing, went and saw my friend for dinner and she was like, actually that sounds like a normal occurrence. I'm not shocked by this. So you mean you're not shocked by this? How are we accepting this? If you ever think that I...
Wild mentality to have. Yo, just take the slap and don't retaliate. Yeah. Wouldn't be me, bitch. Don't get any weird ideas. I know you can kill me. Kill you first, I swear to God. Swear to God.
I would end up in a relationship with a man who isn't a certified munch. What a waste of my time. And now I'm thinking, I met that guy on Hinge. Put it in your profile. Yep. I could have saved so much time. You know what I mean? If you're ever in Sydney, in Manly, take the speedboat over, quick ferry, best sandwich of your life. Well, apparently Australian men don't eat.
Why for that? You see it? Growing up in the Caribbean, it feels a little bit dystopian, man. The things that we cared about, the traditions that we upheld, going down on a woman back home, I feel like it's become more progressive now, right? But back in the days, oh my, bocap, that's what they call it. Men who go down on women, they call them bocap. They hated those niggas, man. The way they treated guys that went down on women, it's like they treated them very similarly to how they treat gay men. And it's like, going down on a woman has to be like the least gay thing there is. But they lump both of them together. I don't understand it. I don't get it. And for a long time, I was indoctrinated into this idea, and it took me years to get out of it. When I first started doing it, I didn't enjoy it. Not because I didn't enjoy it, but it's because I was programmed to not do this thing. When you get older, you know, you start to remove yourself from that stupidness. And now, you know what I'm saying, going crazy. Now, there are some men who just genuinely don't like doing it, and that's perfectly fine, right? Just like there are some women that don't like sucking dick. That's crazy. But it is what it is. So, in this clip, this lady is rage baiting this Jamaican restaurant, and she calls them asking about like some LGBT donation. And one thing about Caribbean people, if you're born here, I always say, if you're born here, it's different. You're Western. You're Western, right? It is what it is. But for the people that come over here, they will never ever be politically correct. They will never ever change. It will never. They are just a Jamaican living foreign. Whether that's in the UK, America, they are the same.
Why the bumbleclad you calling discuss Batman business? Why? Why are you calling me to discuss Batman business? We Jamaican, we don't talk about Batty. I don't know where you get my number from, but I don't want to be bumbleclad.
No. Did you guys just want to do like $10, $50 just to the community?
I know. Listen to me. Hello. Listen to me.
Yeah, I'm listening.
Don't fuck yourself with we. No $10, no $20. We don't sell out. I don't want to hear you. I don't want to see about this number on my phone.
So Jerkfest isn't like a LGBTQ.
Am I calling you fat? No. Calling you a woman. Do it for the punishment? Yeah. This I believe.
Parade? It's not like a...
I said cut out your fuckery. Cut out that. Cut and stop talking about LDB bumbleclad Q. Don't call back this bumbleclad number.
Okay, I hope many rainbows are in your future.
No, fuck rainbow.
Oh, God. Oh, man. That was hilarious. That was really funny.
How can I yellow rice that they eat? Why I eat it? You know, sir, some Chinese food, them call it yellow rice. With some pork in it. Some fried chicken.
Just.
Huh?
Pork.
No, yeah.
Pork and fried chicken.
Pig, not pork, pig.
Pig?
Yeah.
What the bumbleclad can do?
Some people call it hog.
Yo, I like it. Hey, yo, how the bumbleclad can tell me, Sir Virgin?
But me not lightning, I feel be lightning, brother. So food must eat.
So, you have your big bumbleclad locks for head and over there and your pork?
Eh?
A pork and your my out.
So pig must eat.
Yo, me burn out your bumbleclad out of this. Hey, yo.
No, the pussy clap is never know say it's a problem for me to eat my pig.
He's rage baiting him. He's clearly rage baiting him because every Rasta, I mean, is every Rasta knows you don't eat pork, right? I grew up with a Rasta. I've eaten pork twice. Once I was with this white family and they gave me the ham sandwich and I vomited. The second time was by mistake. Okay, everyone knows you don't eat pork if you're a Rasta. These niggas out here yamming up pork on live, but I don't think he's actually doing it.
Ooh, I have to go play another anime game? Oh, shit. Ooh.
British Columbia to end drug decriminalisation project after challenging 3-year experiment. Wow, you decriminalised all drugs and you're surprised that things went horribly wrong? Wow, who could have seen that coming? As for the libertarianism stuff, I'll go into it at the end. British Columbia won't be renewing its agreement with Health Canada that allowed for the decriminalisation of small amounts of drugs for personal possession, officially ending a 3-year programme that was hailed as a groundbreaking experiment before critics blamed it for fueling public disorder and failing to rein in the overdose crisis. Health Minister Josie Osborne said Wednesday that the goal for the pilot project, slated to end January 31st, was to make it easier for people to come forward and seek help during a complex public health emergency. Now, all of that existed before. There are so many government programs now, at least here and like every other place that I've heard of, where if you approach the health services and say, I am hopelessly addicted to heroin, I'm looking to get off it, they'll immediately bend over backwards to help you out. They want you off it because you are most likely causing a lot of problems by being on heroin. So they'll do everything they can to get you off the stuff. They all want you off the stuff. But I think when it comes to a point of, oh, we're just going to make it much, much easier for them to do the very, very addictive thing, I don't think that was going to help. I definitely don't think that was going to help. From the beginning, this pilot was designed as a limited time trial with ongoing monitoring built in so that we could understand what was working, what wasn't, and where changes were needed, she said. However, the pilot hadn't delivered the results that we hoped for. The programme is ending amid the same sort of division it has inspired since 2023, with critics blaming it for drug deaths and public disorder, and supporters saying it helps reduce stigmatisation that could deter people from seeking life-saving help. Some supporters of the programme say the decision to end it was made in the Cabinet Office, amid public pressure rather than with input from health officials. DJ Larkin, the Executive Director of the Canadian Drug Policy Coalition at Simon Fraser University, said stigma built up over 100 years can't be reversed in 3, but there were early indicators people were more comfortable accessing supports. Larkin said a decrease in interactions with police was important because involvement with the justice system can drive harm, including losing housing and employment, increasing risk of overdose, which is true. If you get caught or arrested with drugs, that can completely fuck up your employment chances. That can be a very, very serious issue. But then the easy thing about that is don't do drugs, or you could just decriminalise them, and that is what would basically happen under libertarianism. But there is a huge, huge caveat. There is a huge caveat to that. As in, you know, among serious libertarianism and not the LARPers that are like, yeah, libertarianism and open borders and like that dumb stuff. That's dumb libertarianism. That is suicidal libertarianism. But anyway, this was a decision made to follow a particular political path that's been decided by the BC government, not one that is informed by Chief Public Health Officer, coroners' offices, academics, researchers, or people who use drugs, not informed by the experts, Larkin said. BC's decriminalisation project began in January 2023 when Health Canada granted the province an exemption under the Federal Controlled Drugs and Substances Act, initially allowing adults to possess up to 2.5 grams cumulatively of opioids, crack and powdered cocaine, methamphetamine and MDMA. The programme was pitched with the goal to reduce stigma and fear of criminal prosecution that prevents people from reaching out for help, including medical assistance. As far as I was aware over here, if you're hooked on heroin, you're not going to get arrested for being hooked on heroin. The reason I use heroin over here is fentanyl, as far as I know, hasn't really made it over here. Yeah, but basically the big drug that causes the big problems right now is heroin. That's the big one, and that's been the case for a really long time in Scotland, and I can tell you exactly why it started. Back during the war, Scotland's main thing back during the war, we had munitions places and factories and like all that other stuff as well, but Scotland's big major one was iron in the water. We built all the ships in the Clyde and everything. We were putting so much fucking iron in the water like all throughout the war. Like apparently it's never been beat. Well, China's about to beat it. China's about to beat it right now, but we were like number one all throughout the war. But that's what the men did. The men mostly worked as the welders and stuff like that. Basically, everybody's grandfather was a welder at some point, but the women also needed jobs as well. And another thing that was produced for the war in Scotland was morphine. morphine for the little first aid kits and all the medics and everything on the battlefield. And what would happen is sometimes people would take it out the factories and try it themselves and be like, hey, this stuff's pretty good, right? And then that ended up, women were stealing it out the factory, selling it on the side because everybody was bloody poor, trading it for like ration coupons and stuff like that. But then what happened was after the war, the factory shut down and all the morphine was gone. The problem is lots and lots of people were addicted to morphine. So what was the next best thing? Heroin. And it's been a massive problem in Scotland ever since. It has been a huge issue in Scotland ever since. Trainspotting was a little bit of a documentary. But furor ensued over claims. So that's why I'm referring to heroin. I know in America and Canada there's crack, meth, and fentanyl and stuff like that. Now, those do exist over here, but like tiny. As in, like heroin, you could go down the street and find some heroin. Crack, methamphetamine, and all the others, you need to hunt. You need to hunt for some fucking guy that lives like 3 cities away or something. So yeah, they're here, but they're not causing anywhere near as much problems as actual heroin. But a furor ensued over claims that the programme was encouraging public drug use in playgrounds and other inappropriate places, which is true. Just see people fent-folding all up and down the streets all the time. And in May 2024, the exemption was amended to restrict possession to private homes and places where homeless people are legally sheltering, as well as designated healthcare clinics and overdose prevention, drug checking and supervised consumption sites, or as we like to call them, shooting galleries. Not as in go in there and gun them down, we meant like the shooting galleries. Surrey BC mother Ellen Lynn said that the end of the programme came too late. She linked it to the death of her 14-year-old daughter, Emmy Lou, who died of a fentanyl overdose on January 30th, 2025. Jesus. Doing fentanyl at 14. Many innocent lives were lost during those 3 years, especially children. What explanation does Osborne have for families who lost their loved ones? I think the policy is a total failure, she said, in Mandarin at a news conference in Richmond, BC. The Chinese. Well, they do love their opium. Sorry. That was coincidentally held on a Wednesday just ahead of the minister's announcement in Victoria. Lynn said that allowing possession of drugs made it easier for adults to provide them to children like her daughter. As a mum who just lost my younger daughter, I think the policy is extremely ridiculous, said Lynn. When my child's life was in danger, I have been exploring all resources and methods to save her. I had been seeking help from the police, from counsellors and the school board. But I felt helpless. These absurd policies blocked the path to save my child's life. Osborne said that the public conversation around decriminalisation had become very challenging and that the government wanted to focus on a health-first approach. She called decriminalisation a very well-intentioned attempt to add one more tool to help increase access to care. With the decriminalisation pilot ending, though, we continue our work. We continue this work of adding treatment and recovery beds, continuing to expand the intervention and support, continuing to extend harm reduction services, and undertaking everything we can to save lives, she said. Larkin said returning to criminalisation will mean inconsistent policing in terms of who is arrested and charged, and more people using drugs in secret who will be afraid to get help. No. You're not arrested for being addicted to drugs. There's no crime against being addicted to drugs, right? There is a crime for having drugs in your possession, right? That's what the crime is. So basically, if you want help, just go down to the place and don't have drugs on you. That's it. They'll help you. Like, there's so many government programs to bend over backwards and help you. You're not going to be arrested for being addicted. That's not what the law says. A return to criminalisation would embolden people to increase stigma and decrease compassion and push for more policing, Larkin said. Do you know what definitely increased stigma and decreased compassion? The fact that people have to dodge needles and human shit as they walk down the street among these zombies that are all like fent-folding in the street, or like randomly attacking them as they walk past them or something like that, and having their children having to see that every single day. That is definitely going to increase stigma and decrease compassion. That did that in fucking spades over the last 3 years. I know people who were full like drug legalization. I still am, but there's a big caveat to that. Who are now like, nope, fuck this, ban this shit, look at the state of this place. I don't want us to become like San Francisco and LA and everything. And yeah, that basically, the fucking decriminalizing drugs caused that in spades. right? Not the law of people getting arrested. All of which is dangerous and doesn't actually produce healthier communities, Larkin said. Oh, but rampant drug consumption does. Look at San Francisco and LA. Do those look like healthy communities? I've walked through LA. Now, again, heroin's huge in Scotland. I walk by heroin junkies all the time. They are everywhere, right? But you don't really need to worry about them attacking you because they move as if they're moving through butter. The only time I've ever seen one of them move is, see when they get caught stealing or the police are about to arrest them, that's when you'll see a guy that's pure stunning like this and he's pure talking like this. Suddenly this cunt's got a fucking Sandevistan from Cyberpunk and he's fucking like down the street, Speedy Gonzalez, and he's fucking off, and you're sitting there going, where the fuck did that energy come from? Well, man, yeah, junkies can move when they fucking need to. Simona Marsh, a member of the board of directors for the Vancouver area network of drug users, said the program was good for the psyche among people who use drugs. Less people were prone to using in the back alley or whatever because there was no worry about the police stopping them, which is great. So they were using them on the bench in the park in front of children. Yes, I can see how that's so much better. The government didn't give the programme a chance to work because they deemed it unworkable, Marsh said. It wasn't working. Look at all the places where they've decriminalised it. They are shitholes, as in literal shitholes. They are covered in literal human shit. Right, no, it wasn't working. However, there is a way where you can give people your human rights without shitting up your cities. But again, I'll save it for the end. BC Green Party MLA Jeremy Valeriotti said if destigmatisation was the government's only measure of success, then the pilot failed. Not because of the policy itself, but because the government failed to do the necessary public education. People who are worried about being arrested won't reach out for help. This knee-jerk reaction is designed to appease the opposition Conservatives rather than engage in a thoughtful course correction. We cannot throw the baby out with the bathwater here. Drug deaths in BC initially continued to rise after decriminalisation, hitting a record 2,589 in 2023, an increase of 8% over the previous year. That was faster than in some other places in Canada, such as Ontario, where deaths were up 4%, while deaths had started falling in the United States after peaking in 2022. I believe, it's been a while since I've checked this statistic, I believe in Europe, possibly the world, again double check this, that Scotland was the per capita, of course, #1 leader for drug deaths. We are #1, yeah. Sorry, that's not funny. Basically, you've got a lot of police officers that carry Narcan around with them. The policy was curtailed in 2024 and deaths fell 10% that year compared with 2023. That was slower than in Ontario, which experienced a 15% decline, while deaths dropped by 27% in the United States that year. There were 1,538 deaths in BC in the first 10 months of 2025. Pulling the province on track for a decline of about 20%. A study published in JAMA Health Forum in 2025 found that both safer supply and drug decriminalisation policies in British Columbia were associated with increased opioid overdose hospitalisations, but not with an increase in opioid deaths. The minister said it was difficult to attribute overdose death numbers in the province to any single factor, calling recent drops in deaths encouraging but not enough. The BC pilot programme had received scathing reviews from the federal opposition Conservatives. Leader Pierre Poilievre's spokesperson Sam Lilly said Wednesday that the federal Liberal government could have stopped their deadly and radical experiment at any time. Lilly said that instead they were perfectly content to sit and watch as our streets were flooded with highly powerful opioids, adding that countless families will never recover from the loss of their loved ones. In a statement following the announcement, the BC Conservatives said the risky experiment with drug decriminalisation negatively affected communities and schools. From the outset, businesses, local governments and police raised alarms about increased public drug use and disorder in community spaces. Another thing that happens as well is, see, as soon as decriminalisation happens in an area, you bring in the cartels. They're like, really? And they just see money and they're in there. So you're bringing in organised crime to the area as well. That's another problem. Instead of acting quickly to...
Can you send me code from LuckyGo an email? From Chewy? 928192. Hello.
To tighten the rules and restore confidence at the end.
Covering different various crimes throughout the country are situations like this. Situations where the signs were all there on the suspect.
We get the goodies and two $30 gift cards for next time. Yo, I like.
A previous criminal history would indicate that he's obviously a clear danger to society, and yet the system ends up bending over backwards in order to aid and abet that criminal, and that's exactly what happened for Ahmad Jihad Bojay, who is the accused shooter in this triple murder that occurred in this Kissimmee neighborhood against 3 individuals who were on vacation, possibly trying to see Disney World or Universal Studios or something in the Kissimmee, Orlando area, who rented an Airbnb and unfortunately were next to a guy who had already attempted a mass shooting. Like, he actually shot people in the previous instance. He didn't kill them, and yet despite the fact that that mass shooting was caught on video, he was arrested.
And we're up to like $50 in cash back and credit cards. It's be enough for my capybara shit. I love.
He was put on trial. They were unable to secure a conviction due to a ridiculous defense, and as a response to that defense, they ended up just setting this man free. And now, a couple of years later, Ahmad Jihad Bojay, a man who tried a mass shooting before, didn't kill anyone, has done it again and murdered 3. And here are the 3 individuals that lost their lives due to the fact that the prosecutor didn't care enough back in 2021 and 2022 when the shooting occurred and when the trial was, in order to hold this man accountable. They are as follows. The victims are James Punchin, Douglas Kraft, and Robert Kraft, who is Douglas's brother, and they are of Michigan and Ohio, again on vacation, renting an Airbnb, when a man who has been adjudicated mentally ill decided that he was going to murder all of them, again, something that he had attempted to do before against other random individuals in the past, and yet he got a free pass on. And this is what we're going to talk about today because it's absolutely crucial. But before we do, I want to thank everybody who supports this channel via actualjusticewarrior.com/join.
Give me the money. Give me the money. Okay?
Over. Now, this is the Indian Hill subdivision, number 296 Indian Point Circle. That's where 3 men's bodies were found today. It's also right next door to the home where Bojay was living. While the sheriff's office is providing few details about the shooting deaths of 3 men, neighbors tell us the home was where the murders occurred was frequently used as a rental. In a release earlier tonight, Sheriff Chris Blackman said there is no threat to the community as a suspect in this horrific and senseless collection of murders has been caught and arrested by Osceola County deputies.
So the Osceola Sheriff's Department is being very limited with the details that they're putting out to the public. They want them to know that everything is safe. It's no big deal. They actually have the suspect in custody, and the local news media is essentially forced to press neighbors for information on this particular case, which is how we know that what these guys were staying in was an Airbnb rental, or frequently used as an Airbnb rental, and not to mention the fact that we also know from supplementary reporting that they were not Florida residents and they were there on vacation as a group looking to have a good time. But this idea that everybody's safe, that it's no big deal, nothing to worry about because the shooter is off the streets, rings incredibly hollow to me because, again, this guy had shot people before in a public place. He was caught on video. He was arrested for that shooting, and yet he was out just a couple of years later to do the same exact thing again in this particular area. Now, they interviewed the neighbors. Obviously, they're incredibly distraught. They had no idea that an adjudicated mentally ill criminal, a potential murderer, was living right next to them, that everybody was aware of the danger that he presented, but he was just released back in 2022, was their neighbor, and yeah, they have statements like this.
Here's what one of the neighbors told us.
It's a little concerning. I have a daughter. Thank God she's not here. That's concerning, you know, especially that this individual shot openly in a public area like a gas station for a simple thing as an argument and was released. You know, so it's not surprise. It's scary, but it's not surprising, you know?
So this guy's grateful that his daughter wasn't there because he doesn't want her to be in danger. He also didn't want her to see the 3 bodies of innocent people that were left for dead in the neighborhood after Ahmad Jihad Bojai decided that he was going to launch this attack on these individuals. But he also takes note of the fact that we shouldn't be surprised by this because Ahmad Jihad actually did do a shooting at 7-Eleven over an argument a couple of years ago. And of course, he questions the criminal justice system that releases a guy who is caught on video committing that very crime. Again, only a couple of years ago. Attempted murder should have the same consequences of murder, but guess what? Even though he fired into an individual, hit him, started firing at other random people at 7-Eleven, he was not guilty by reason of insanity, and therefore he was released out onto the streets shortly after his trial.
More now on the prior arrest. Back in May 2021, Bojai was charged in the wild scene that unfolded at a Wawa convenience store. Shots were fired at random cars. One man was injured, but he survived. Bojai was charged with multiple counts, but when the case went to trial the following year, he was acquitted by reason of insanity. A deeper dive into his criminal history reveals mostly small, nonviolent crimes, drug arrests, and so on in Osceola and Orange counties, but nothing to suggest what might motivate someone to commit a triple murder.
I'm sorry, did I just mishear that?
Nothing to suggest what might motivate someone to commit a triple murder.
No, the local news person actually did say that based on his criminal history, while showing B-roll of this man firing a gun randomly at a Wawa gas station, there was nothing to suggest that he would do a mass shooting, that he would kill 3 random people, even though, again, you're showing me footage of him firing at multiple different people in a parking lot of a Wawa. By the way, I may have said it was a 7-Eleven gas station earlier on. I apologize for that. It was, in fact, a Wawa, but he's like, yeah, nothing would indicate in his criminal history that he would do something like this, except for the time that he did something just like this. It just so happened he missed his shots. Nobody died in that particular case, even though somebody was wounded. What the hell is this guy talking about? His criminal history is exactly indicative of a person who would do a mass shooting, because guess what? He tried to do a mass shooting. In fact, he did do a mass shooting. He attempted murder on multiple people in that Wawa gas station just a couple of years ago. He was only found not guilty by reason of
Are shipping to the right address. This is good. So we don't need dog food for ages since we get stuff from my parents too. Oh my god. His name's Jihad again? What the fuck? Yeah, that's how you know his upbringing was proper. Okay. I gotta let these dogs out. I can feel them full of piss. I'll scoot around and do some of the things. You think on what you want to do today? I did get up pretty early, so eventually I'm gonna have to take a nap. But other than that, other than some tidying, taking a nap, cooking some food, if you think of anything else you want to do today, we do this. I love you so much. I love. We'll see you in 1 hour and 15 minutes. I love you. Okay.
insanity.